In 2025, the divine world of abandonment suddenly appeared. As long as one person falls asleep, they will be pulled into this world. The only currency in the divine world of abandonment is life. Dying here will cost a portion of one's lifespan, while defeating monsters will grant additional lifespan. Players can expend their lifespan to bring abilities from this world back to reality. A powerful individual can tear a tank apart with their bare hands or slice an airplane in half with a single sword strike. And even using their body to withstand a nuclear bomb is no longer a dream. Since the divine world of abandonment appeared, this young man has been carrying the burden. The adopted younger sister, who barely survived and overcame numerous hardships, became one of the 100 strongest experts in the world, but during the final battle with Tan Feng, successfully overcoming the ancient ruins and receiving the divine artifact, the Eye of Judgment, who would have thought that at this moment he would be betrayed by the person fighting alongside him. He never expected that the one who was determined to stab Tan Feng was the adopted younger sister he had to carry on his back every day. Nor could he have imagined the reason she wanted to stab him. She just wanted to reserve the divine artifact, the Eye of Judgment, for her idol whom she had loved in this life. Tan Feng would die 1,000 times and could not close his eyes at the moment the blade was raised. The game ended. Then Tan Feng found himself waking up 9 years ago, mentioning the adopted sister. She immediately kicked the door and rushed into the house. With an annoyed expression, she said, "Tan Feng, you really are at home. Why didn't you answer my call? Are you trying to disappear on me?" "You have no idea how important it is for me to support you, Song Fi," Tan Feng thought to himself, basically not caring about this crazy girl venting her feelings. Just as expected, on the day the divine game was released, Tan Tu-do and he had a huge argument over Song Fi. Before the game was born, Song Fi was a famous underground idol. Meanwhile, Tan Tu-do was his die-hard fan. Song Fi appeared glamorous on the outside, but was actually a scumbag who secretly deceived many female fans out of money and their bodies. To prevent Tan Tu-do from being deceived, he had never allowed her to associate with that guy. Unexpectedly, in the end, he was falsely accused of interfering in this girl's life. "Are you deaf? I'm talking to you. Are you pretending not to hear? Because of you, he has dropped in the rankings this month. If you don't give me money, I will." Tan Tu-do hadn't finished her sentence when she was immediately slapped. Tan Feng's ears rang as she held her face in shock, looking at him. "You dare!" "Tan Tu-do, today, I have no time and no mood to waste on you, but if you dare to provoke me again, I will break your mouth." Tan Feng threw a card at her. "This is the money my parents left me over the years. No matter how hard life gets, I won't touch a single penny. Today I'm giving it all to you because my parents wouldn't want to argue with you, but listen carefully. From now on, Tan Feng, I have no sister like you." Tan Feng resolutely turned around and went back to his room. In his previous life, to protect Tan Tu-do, he had missed too many opportunities and faced too many secret realms that required risks to explore. But he had given up. He was also very curious about how far he could reach without the burden of that girl by his side. This time, he would use his knowledge of the divine world of abandonment from his previous life and excel beyond everyone else. As for Tan Tu-do, let her fend for herself. And as for Song Fi, I will personally deal with you, Tan Feng silently said, then climbed into bed to sleep. Just a moment later, his subconscious was in the divine world of abandonment. Crawling into the hall to choose a profession was truly nostalgic. I remember the first time I came here. I panicked and took a few hours to finish. This time I have to be quicker in choosing my profession and leaving. In my previous life, I chose to be a warrior to protect Tan Tu-do. Although warriors are not weak, it no longer suits me now that Tan Tu-do is not holding me back anymore. My solo speed will be much faster. Mobility is the most important thing. After a while, Tan Feng decided to choose the assassin profession, and at that moment, a notification appeared. The divine artifact, the Eye of Judgment, has completed binding. The Eye of Judgment has activated the unique attribute of Judgment Power, a passive ability that activates when entering the divine world. You will automatically receive the highest level profession and talent, the Eye of Judgment, which was bound when I came back to life. It turns out it was like this. A divine artifact only needs to recognize its master. Even if it is removed, it will have no effect. Perhaps my ability to come back to life is also because of it. Unexpectedly, a mass of black gas wrapped around Tan Fong. Congratulations, you have received the hidden profession. The transfer is complete, and you have become the Shadow. It turns out this is the highest level hidden profession of an assassin. It's completely different from the warrior in my previous life. I just received the profession, yet I already have this kind of power. Every time a profession is chosen, there is very little chance of receiving a high-level hidden profession of that type. Yet this judgment power brings an absolute rate. It is ultimately the judgment power, the most original, true, and ancient power in the universe. The power overrides rules and order. You do not have divinity and cannot actively activate the power temporarily, but the passive effect will take effect. Fong read the notification in awe. The original power has the highest authority and can surpass rules and order. In my previous life, it wasn't until the 7th year of the divine world that a powerful being escaped from the abandoned divine land and reached the land of order at that time. Humanity first learned of the existence of the power of order, but in reality, many years have passed, and still no one has achieved the power of order. I never expected that today, just starting out, I would gain the original power that can surpass both order and rules. I just need to leave the abandoned divine land. And upon reaching the land of order, I will receive divinity. At that time, I will be able to wield the power. It seems I have another goal in this life. The profession selection is complete. Please enter your name in this world. If my profession is born from darkness, then let's just call it darkness. Your name has been set as darkness. You are now entering the abandoned divine land. This is a desolate area with countless monsters rampant here. They are ready to tear you apart and take your life at any moment. Leaving the town of monsters, you will receive a lifespan that can be traded, but if you sacrifice yourself in this world, half of your lifespan will be deducted. This includes both tradable and non-tradable lifespan in this area. The Shell Town is a peaceful area with no monsters. Players cannot attack each other, and the rate of lifespan loss is reduced. Once, when Tan Fong arrived at Shell Town, he saw a large crowd drawn into the abandoned divine land. Where is this place? What is a profession? What is the codename? I just got off my night shift and came home, then fell asleep. Is this an illusion? I don't know. I ate chicken all night and then dozed off. But how did I end up here? That man pinched his arm and then exclaimed in pain, "This isn't a dream. It seems we have been pulled into some kind of game." As soon as Tan Fong appeared, he immediately attracted everyone's attention. What profession is that? Why does he look so different from us? Looking at the dagger in his hand, he must be an assassin. I'm an assassin too, but why don't I look as cool? Look, he even has a special effect. Tan Feng doesn't care about the gossip and confidently strides in front of the crowd. I think to myself, it won't take long. Powerful figures from many countries will appear one after another to reshape the world order. Or if I want to get ahead of them, I must act faster. Time waits for no one. Just at that moment, a group of people was teleported right in front of Tan Feng. Ouch, it turns out they are dead. Are they going back to town? That monster is too fierce. Just one bite. You would lose half your health. How can we fight this? It's just a level 1 creep, yet the 3 of us together can only reduce 1/3 of its health. My lifespan has already been cut in half. At this moment, the men in that group turned to the only woman and asked, "Sister Letu, what should we do now?" Tan Feng glanced at Letu, silently assessing her initial weapon. The archer's weapon is a short bow, but she uses a long bow. It seems this is also a hidden profession. Letu looked up just in time to meet Tan Feng's gaze and noticed his different demeanor compared to the others, then smiled and suggested, "Brother, it seems you have a hidden profession. Will you team up with us? The monsters outside are very strong. One person cannot fight them alone. Our team has been wiped out once already, so we have experience." It turns out experience means getting wiped out. Tan Feng thought, bluntly refusing and walking away. One of the group members then said, "Are you pretending to be a master? 5 of us couldn't defeat them. Do you think you can do it alone? That's just ridiculous. I told you it's very dangerous out there, and you're still planning to go alone. Do you want to end up like a dead chicken?" Tan Feng teased. Don't underestimate him. He is a noble hidden profession, an assassin. If he can't fight, he can still escape. At this moment, Letu tried to check Tan Feng's information. His name is Shadow, truly impressive. Letu closed the information panel and said to her teammates, "Let's follow him. Let's see what skills he has. Perhaps we can gain some new information about these monsters. It's convenient to see how he dies." While following Tan Feng, Letu thought this divine land is really bizarre and dangerous. Although I don't know why I ended up here. With many years of experience playing online games, I quickly formed a small team, but I never expected the first monster in the novice village could wipe out the whole group. Basically, it's not an enemy that a level 1 player can defeat. The shadow player in front of me seems very unusual. Following him might yield important information. Letu's teammate peeked out from behind a tree. The shadow player in front of him seemed very unusual, following him in hopes of gathering important information, hiding behind a tree where Letu's teammate peeked out. Looking at Tan Feng, he whispered that the initial weapon of that person was different from yours. You have a dagger, he has a long saber. Not only that, he is even faster than me. My assassin's agility should be the highest. His clothes are also different from ours. The bald man, unwilling, said at that moment Letu saw Tan Feng. Suddenly, turning his head to look behind, she was startled and didn't dare to poke her head out anymore for fear of being discovered. But just a few seconds later, when she saw no movement, she peeked out and discovered that Tan Feng had disappeared. Where did he go? Did he just vanish like that? Is this a stealth skill? An initial skill and it's stealth. What kind of profession is this? So cool. After a while of looking around and not seeing Tan Feng anywhere, Letu's group decided to leave. Let's go back to the town and see if there's any opportunity for leveling up. It's too dangerous out there. We have already died once. Moreover, our remaining lifespan has been reduced by half. That's right. Maybe there could be hidden rewards like treasure or finding some NPCs similar to that. They didn't know that Tan Feng hadn't left at all. He was still standing in the same position thanks to his skill of finding shadows, entering a state of invisibility, and becoming visible when attacked, escaping from the invisible state. It would increase the attack power of the first strike, allowing Tan Feng to easily shake off Letu's group, mastering invisibility and doubling the invisibility duration, and increasing the speed of invisibility by 1 not being seen at all. This dark profession is truly special. The stealth ability of an ordinary assassin at this level is very easy to detect, but the dark profession has mastered invisibility. Therefore, no one or monster can detect his existence in this early stage. Remembering what Letu's group said before leaving, Tan Feng couldn't help but feel pity for a bunch of naive people. Initially, there would be nothing useful to improve strength in the town. It's just a place providing shelter. For players only. In this abandoned game, the Holy Spirit, the players will mainly be prey for the undead. At the same time, Tan Feng's body gradually returned to normal. The invisibility had ended. The duration wasn't very long. Fortunately, the cooldown time started from the moment invisibility was activated, so after a few seconds, he could become invisible again. Tan Feng opened the attribute panel and read through the initial attributes of all players, which were 10 points. Different professions would be awarded based on this foundation. In his previous life, his warrior only had strength and physique, +3. This time, the dark profession had rewards for all attributes, even agility increased to +8. 1 free attribute point, 5 points, plus another 5 points can be allocated. Many players would choose to increase strength or spirit initially to boost physical and magical attack. But this is completely wrong. Agility is the most important regardless of how points are allocated. In the early stages, damage from any undead will crush players. The only way to increase agility and speed is to defeat the undead without getting hurt. Therefore, Tan Feng used all the attribute points he had to allocate to agility. Suddenly, a strange noise not far away startled Tan Feng. There, a level 1 creep of normal quality was devouring lifespan to evolve. It seemed this was the one that had taken down the squad. Those 5 people are gone. Tan Feng thought to himself that the creep, after devouring its lifespan, would rush straight towards him. Tan Feng assessed its injuries based on the wounds on its body. It could be seen that those people had drained quite a bit of its blood already. After the monster eliminates a player, it gains the player's lifespan by devouring it, allowing it to evolve. Tan Feng jumped back to avoid the monster's attack, then used the skill Stealth to become invisible. While the monster was confused, he leaped up high and used Hidden Strike to deliver a blow downwards. He directly took the life of the creep. You dealt 174 damage. You have defeated a level 1 creep. You have received 10 experience points. Unexpectedly, it was a one-hit kill. Although attacking the creep's neck can deal critical damage, this damage is already too significant. At that moment, another notification appeared, explaining the confusion in Tan Feng's heart. If you are not in the enemy's line of sight when attacking, the damage of this attack will double. So that's how it is. There are also backstab mechanics, and many class skills were activated simultaneously. This has increased the damage to an incredible level. I remember that before. A warrior's critical hit only dealt 40 damage, and it took a long time to defeat a creep, and I even got injured in the end. Tan Feng recalled that time. Although he was injured, the lifespan reward dropped, and he did not hesitate to give it to Tan Xiaoyu. But now, everything is different. You have gained an additional 3 days of lifespan that can be traded. You have gained an additional 54 years and 155 days of lifespan that cannot be traded. These 5 people were eliminated, each losing at least 20 to 35 years of lifespan, totaling over 100 years. After transferring to the creep, it only had 54 years left, but that's okay. The lifespan cannot be traded, so it is temporarily useless. The power of judgment has been activated. Congratulations, you have acquired the talent of infinite evolution. Infinite evolution with the primordial talent. When you defeat monsters in single-player mode, you will have a chance to receive evolution points that can be used to evolve skills. Every 24 hours, you can automatically receive 5 evolution points. If you can defeat a boss-level monster in single-player mode, you will receive 100% of the evolution points. Currently, you have 5 evolution points, infinite evolution, and the ability to evolve skills too. In my previous life, I had never heard of this. Regardless of equipment or skill books once dropped from monsters, they would always remain at that level without any changes. It turns out this is a power that can surpass all rules and orders. Well, let's see what I can do. With that thought, Tan Feng used 4 evolution points on stealth and backstab, successfully evolving the skill. The initial skill, stealth, leveled up to bronze, entering an invisible state that lasts from 12 to 16 seconds. When attacking it will reveal oneself. After exiting invisibility, the attack will increase the attack power from 60 to 90. The cooldown time decreased from 28 seconds to 26 seconds. The initial skill, backstab, was enhanced. The level was raised to normal. The passive effect when attacking from behind the target increases damage from 10% to 15%. Tan Feng marveled at the duration of stealth. It has been increased to 16 seconds. When combined with proficiency in invisibility, the duration has doubled to 32 seconds. Now, the invisibility duration is very long. It almost allows me to achieve a state of infinite invisibility. If the previous skill is upgraded, even a fully healthy creep could be taken out in one hit. Just then a voice rang out, "Look at that skinny kid. He took out the monster by himself. I told you this game is very simple. Covered in blood, he could be taken down at any moment." Just then a voice rang out, "Look at that scrawny kid over there. He took down the monster by himself. I told you this game is very simple. Kang, you are really amazing. With your physical strength, you could take on at least 10 more people." Kang laughed and replied, "I will protect you. With me here, you can rest easy." Tan Feng turned his head to look at the couple behind, who were feeding each other, then accidentally discovered the nurturer right above them, so he immediately activated his skill. He searched for an image and stepped back. The 2 people were still confused by Tan Feng's actions when they noticed a dark shadow reflecting on the ground until they saw a gigantic spider and a swarm of baby spiders above them. It was too late. A level 1 nurturer with bronze quality, the baby spider nurturer was at a normal level. Tan Feng hid in a corner to observe the enemy. The nurturer was the boss of the newbies with about 1,600 health points, completely exceeding the combat capabilities of ordinary newcomers. Moreover, the nurturer had many small spiders under its command. Its health was quite a lot, but it was just right for me to test the power of my newly upgraded skill. Thinking of this, Tan Feng left his hiding place and rushed towards the boss, activating the skill Break Stealth to attack its weak point, dealing 338 damage to the boss. At the same time, Tan Feng's position was revealed as his invisibility wore off. The boss let out a painful scream and used its sharp legs to charge at Tan Feng. Fortunately, he quickly activated the hidden image skill again, and with the agility he had gained from previous evolution points, he narrowly avoided the 2 legs. Otherwise, with only 130 health points left, he would have been done for. Not seeing Tan Fong, the boss began to wreak havoc around it, going crazy. This undead creature was very intelligent. It wouldn't just stand there and attack randomly. It looked like it was attacking wildly at its surroundings, while the baby spiders were on high alert so it couldn't be approached carelessly. Just as I guessed, a stone flew and hit the boss's weak point, causing it to receive 299 damage. Indeed, my main source of damage comes from attacks. Plus, from the stealth escape of hidden image and enhanced career skills, even throwing stones at the enemy wouldn't result in low damage. So, Tan Fong waited for the skill to cool down, then threw stones, activating a special effect. Just like break stealth, it stabbed the boss from behind, attacking its weak point. A while later in the Shell Town, a notification appeared that the leaderboard had been updated. The Dark player had defeated the Nurturer. A bronze level, and the first to reach level 2, proudly climbing to the top of the leaderboard. The announcement immediately shocked the gamers. Wow, I was defeated by minor monsters twice and still couldn't understand what was happening when someone single-handedly defeated the boss. If anyone knows this amazing guy, please introduce him to me. Soloing it. Isn't that right? There's only one name on the leaderboard. The group of Letu read the announcement and was equally confused. This Dark player is the one who just went out. That's him. But how did he reach level 2 so quickly? This is unscientific, and he even defeated a boss. Our entire team couldn't even defeat a normal monster, yet he could do it alone. What a joke this is. Could it be that the system reported incorrectly? The couple Kang had just respawned and read the announcement, equally bewildered. That big spider had been defeated by someone, but there were still a swarm of small spiders around. The pair of Kangtu had just resurrected and were bewildered upon reading the notification. How could that giant spider have been defeated? But there are a bunch of small spiders around. Who is this darkness? The girl accompanying Kang must be the invisible assassin from earlier, right? At the same time, in the forest, you have defeated the bronze level Nurturer and received 300 experience points. Congratulations, you have reached level 2. Congratulations, you have received 2 evolution points. Congratulations, you have opened the leaderboard for the town of Voso. Congratulations, you have received 1 reputation point. It has been announced to the entire town that you have gained 46 days of lifespan. You can trade the skill book Greedy Hands at bronze level attack power, plus 35 agility, plus 4 requires equipment level 1 infinite evolution point 2 evolution points for the skill Greedy Hands at bronze level. The skill book of the assassin system, after learning, allows you to use it on monsters with a 20% chance of receiving additional loot rewards. Requires learning at level 1. As soon as the large spider fell, the smaller spiders scattered in panic. I was careless. I should have eliminated the smaller spiders first to gain more experience, but I didn't expect a bronze boss to drop a divine item. The assassin system's skills can significantly improve equipment collection in later stages. After defeating a powerful boss, there is a 20% chance of receiving additional loot. I remember in my previous life in the God-slaying guild, there was a person whose strength was very ordinary, but he relied on this skill to gain a foothold. He became the most welcomed character, always needing personal bodyguards whenever he went out. Thinking of this, although this skill only has a 20% chance, if combined with my continuously evolving talent, wouldn't the drop rate increase infinitely? The next morning, Tan Tu-Du still went to school as usual. On the way, Tan Tu-Du asked with concern, "Tu-Du, aren't you going to call your brother? Yesterday we sneaked out to support Tong Fi. Your brother must be very angry." Just mentioning Tan Fong made Tan Tu-Du angry. "I didn't do anything wrong. Why should I apologize if it weren't for him? We would have almost missed it yesterday. Now he should be the one apologizing to me. But he's very nice to you. Sometimes I really envy you for having a brother like that." "Nice my foot. All he does is meddle in my affairs. Besides, he isn't even my real brother. I have Tong Fi, and that's enough." The friend saw that she couldn't persuade her, so she changed the subject. "By the way, what happened to your face? Did you fall?" When the two of them arrived at class, there were many people surrounding them. At their classroom, Tan Tu-Du's friend curiously squeezed through the crowd and exclaimed in amazement, "What happened to Trung Vi? How did he become transparent like that? A nearby male student replied, "I'm not sure. Just now, Vi said he wanted to catch up on sleep, and a little while later, he became like this." Other students began to discuss Trung V's situation enthusiastically. It wasn't an isolated case. It had spread all over the internet. It seems that everyone in the world is experiencing this condition. Some experts believe that as long as you sleep, the person will enter a state of transparent illusion, but the cause is still unclear. Tan Tu-Du's friend, hearing this, took out her phone. "I also need to call my parents, Tu-Du. You should also call your brother and remind him to be careful." Tan Tu-Du snorted coldly. "I won't contact him first. A person like him can just drop dead for all I care." Returning to the main storyline after a while of diligently hunting monsters, Tan Fong had achieved a new accomplishment. Greedy Hands has successfully evolved. From bronze to gold level, the assassin skill can now be used with a monster probability, increasing from 20% to 70% for receiving additional loot rewards. You have learned Greedy Hands Level 2. The skill Greedy Hands Judgment has been successfully acquired. You have received 2 evolution points and 46 days of lifespan. You can trade. Not bad luck. I managed to get 2 more evolution points. I need 3 points to evolve. I just upgraded Greedy Hands to level 3. Just raise the Greedy Hand to level 3. Not bad at all. I can get a 100% drop rate for additional loot. Thinking back, the countries around the world must have discovered this issue. More and more people are flocking to the game. I need to speed up my progress. First, I'll equip the usable gear. Tan Fong immediately equips the corrosive blade to increase attack by 35 points and agility by 4 points. Soon, they will realize that the skills and equipment in this game can be applied to reality. By then, the world will be engulfed in a storm of blood and gore to acquire skills, and equipment requires 2 conditions to be met. First, the level must reach 10. Second, it must have enough durability to trade. If defeating minor monsters meeting both conditions will be very slow. I need to find stronger bosses. While Tan Fong is walking, he suddenly hears the sounds of battle and someone shouts to run away quickly. Tan Fong activates the skill to find shadows and heads toward the source of the noise, seeing a group of people struggling against a level 2 fast-moving creature of bronze quality. Just when I was feeling sleepy, someone ran up to use me as a pillow. Wait, that person is Vung Mun. I didn't expect to meet him here. It seems the legends are true. It is said that when Vung Mun first entered the divine game, he formed a team of 6 players, all of whom had hidden professions. Vung Mun is a holy shield warrior with initial attributes double that of a normal warrior, and he also has an accompanying invincible skill. Tan Fong shifts his gaze. Observing the other members, the damage from the prophet's magic of the high mage is double that of a normal mage accompanied by the fireball prophet. The hidden profession of archer marksman has double the attributes of a normal archer, along with the skill of rapid-fire arrows, while the hidden profession of priest has divine healing. It can heal double that of a normal priest and has group healing skills right from the start. Initially, they could barely resist the fast creature, but gradually, with its superior speed, they fell into a passive state as both the archer and mage could not hit. The target and Vung Mun's holy shield are also gradually weakening. The healer is healing me, while the others continue to attack and chip away at the boss Vung Mun orders. Tan Fong thinks to himself that this Vung Mun is too optimistic, because he has forgotten that this is a wilderness. If the battle drags on too long, it will easily attract other monsters. Sure enough, just a moment later, a group of other monsters appeared right behind Vung Mun. These are common level 2 polluted monsters covered in dark brown mud specializing in long-range attacks. Be careful, boss. The young man with the sword ran behind Vung Mun and slashed at the polluted creature, but the sword got stuck in the creature and couldn't be pulled out. The polluted creature, of course, didn't hold back and began to counterattack. A pile of brown mud splattered onto Vung Mun's group. Disgusting, this is bad news. Our movement speed has slowed down. The female mage was approached by the polluted creature and screamed for help. Tan Fong immediately activated the shadow skill and quickly rushed in to slash and eliminate the polluted creature. Saving the female mage left the group astonished. How could one move eliminate the polluted creature? Is someone helping us? Even a level 1 creeper takes us over 10 seconds to surround and defeat, yet this level 2 polluted creature was eliminated almost instantly. How could this be possible? While the young man with the sword was busy talking, the pollutant behind him was preparing to strike. Fortunately, Tan Feng intervened once again to save his life, truly a miraculous moment. "Can you see who that is?" the female mage shouted, seeing nothing at all. "Hopefully this person is here to help us. Don't get distracted, keep fighting. Now there's only the fast runner left. Maintain the previous rhythm." Wang Meng spoke up. At this moment, Tan Feng had jumped up onto the treetops to collect his reward. "You have eliminated 2 level 2 pollutants and received 40 experience points and 1 evolution point. You found the skill book for poisonous throwing darts, which grants 8 days of lifespan and can trade. Poisonous throwing darts is a skill that deals continuous damage at long and medium range." Very well, go ahead and evolve directly. Poisonous throwing darts plus 2 silver skills from the assassin system can be thrown with a maximum range of 14 meters. When hitting the target, poisonous throwing darts will add 120 points of damage, and add a poison state. The cooldown time is 5 seconds. Requires level 2. Poisonous skill learned, dealing 50% continuous damage every second, plus weakening that lasts for 5 seconds. Cannot stack. At that moment, Wang Meng raised his shield to block the attack from the fast runner, but was pierced through by another of its strikes. No, the health cannot recover in time. The caretaker shouted from a distance, panicking. "Everyone run!" Wang Meng weakly said. Just then a dart flew through the weak point on the fast runner's head, causing the fast runner to take 845 points of damage, equivalent to half of the HP bar of the monster due to the effect of poison. After being hit, the fast runner continuously lost health. Until it officially faded away, your damage ratio is over 90%. The loot belongs to you. You have eliminated the fast runner of bronze level and received 600 experience points, leveling up to level 3. Congratulations, you have received 2 evolution points and 55 days of lifespan that can be traded. Tan Feng secretly rejoiced unexpectedly the continuous damage from the poisonous throwing darts. It could even activate my passive profession. Combined with my potential, I could become invisible and throw infinite darts in the early and mid stages without any ghost. What could possibly be my opponent? This is terrifying with such damage. Is this still a human? While Wang Meng was confused, he saw the light of the loot disappear, indicating that someone had absorbed it. He then stood up looking around aimlessly saying, "Brother, I don't know which deity you are, but thank you for saving my life." Tan Feng, still in a state of invisibility, replied, "Thank you, I'm just in this wilderness. Don't trust others so easily." Wang Meng fell silent for a moment and took the initiative to leave. "I understand. Thank you, Elder, for reminding me. I won't disturb you to check your equipment. My name is Wang Meng. If you need help in the future, just come find me." The female mage shouted loudly, "Elder, I am Black Bloom. Can I be friends with you?" "Stop talking, let's go." The male caretaker in the group covered the female mage's mouth and dragged her away. Tan Feng watched them leave. He thought to himself, "Wang Meng, this person is not bad trustworthy." He thought to himself, "This Wang Meng guy isn't bad, he can be trusted." Moreover, behind him, he has the great Jia government backing him up with ample resources. What I'm lacking is a stable sales channel for the future. I can sell him the things I no longer need. Tan Feng crushed the loot ball, and a series of notifications appeared. Congratulations, you have received 3 evolution points. Received 55 days of lifespan can trade. Received sprinting leather pants. Equipped with sprinting leather pants. Assassin system physical defense +9. Explore all elements +5. Cooldown speed +15% requires level 2 equipment. This haul isn't bad. I still have a lot of equipment and books on me. Skills for other professions too. When the backpack is full, I'll return to town and exchange these for lifespan to enhance growth speed. My current speed is already 100 times faster than in my previous life. Tong Fei, I will come to find you soon. Scene shift. A group of people is struggling to fight against the polluted and faster monsters. The number of monsters is increasing, and just as they want to flee, they encounter a gigantic monster. With just one move, it sent the entire group back to the newbie village, where many people were discussing animatedly. Those annoying monsters always appear in packs. Moreover, whenever it runs low on health, it escapes. You need to reach level 3 to escape the game. How can we reach level 3? It seems we need to gather more people. If 3 isn't enough to form a team, then we need to form a team of 6 or even 10. A man hesitantly spoke up. I'm afraid that won't be effective. I once witnessed a team of 10 being attacked by a horde of large monsters. Besides, too many people will attract the boss. Just now, a group of 40 attracted something, and the cursed one killed over 30 people with just one move. The space immediately fell silent. A moment later, Letu's group was also transported back to the newbie village. If we can't reach level 3, won't we be stuck here forever? Stuck here forever. We all came here after falling asleep. In other words, what has entered here is consciousness. If we can't escape the game, our bodies will wither away from hunger. The young man worriedly said, and Letu gritted his teeth, responding, "This annoying game, why is it so difficult? Regardless of whether it's real or fake, we can't afford to lose any more lives." Just then, Letu saw the level 3 shadow at the top of the leaderboard. How could he level up so quickly? He must know some method. We need to find a way to ask him to help us reach level 3. First, we need to escape this game, then we can talk. Letu thought to himself and then said to his teammates, "Help me spread the word that if the shadow helps us level up to 3 when we return to reality, I will send him 10 million cash." In her heart, she didn't believe in this 10 million. The shadow remained unmoved. Back to the main character. After a while, Fam K had raised the greedy hand skill to a higher level. The greedy hand was emerald green. The assassin system skill can be used on monster corpses with a 160% chance of receiving additional loot rewards. There is a 20% chance to upgrade an item to a higher grade with a 20% rate that allows the additional loot to also increase in grade. This effect is truly unbeatable. If I continue to evolve the skill, is it possible to reach 100% or even 200%? At that moment, Tan Fong saw the cursed boss of the bronze level passing by its mouth, devouring green orbs. It seemed to be digesting its lifespan. It's about to level up to the silver boss. It's really not a small number. I fear it has already wiped out a team of 40 people. What a pity my backpack is already full. Killing it won't yield anything, so let's mark this spot on the map first. It will take some time for the boss to progress, so Tan Fong decided to return to Tanthu village to tidy up his backpack first. After that, he would eliminate it. As soon as he returned, he opened a stall displaying items he didn't need, along with a notice selling equipment and skills for just 10 minutes. If you want to buy, hurry up. The appearance of Tan Fong immediately stirred the crowd. Oh my gosh, when did this person show up? He was wearing 2 bronze items, and he wants to sell 2 more items. Is this the one who defeated the bronze level boss? Look at his name. Darkness. This is the darkness at the top of the leaderboard. At this moment, someone wondered why they couldn't see his face clearly. Another person explained that he had activated the full concealment function because the interface in-game and in real life looked exactly the same. He was acting all mysterious while everyone was discussing excitedly. A girl slowly approached Tan Fong's stall, glanced over the items, and then asked, "How much are you selling this ice needle technique for?" This woman must be Grey Rose, currently ranked 11th in the Vo So town. She also activated the full concealment function, thinking to herself. Tan Fong replied, 100 days of lifespan tradable. Grey Rose was taken aback looking at Tan Fong. 100 days is too much. Can you sell it for a bit cheaper? The ice needle technique at the normal level can greatly enhance magic systems with the speed of monster farming like now. 100 days is already very cheap. Grey Rose proposed another option. Can I use real-world money? If you have a lot of money, you can buy someone else's lifespan first, then come trade with me. If no one bids higher, I can hold on to the items for you, Tan Fong replied. Wait a moment, Grey Rose said, then messaged her team to ask for their opinions. What should I say? Her teammates immediately gave their opinions. We can reach level 2 quickly thanks to your leadership. I have no objections. I also agree. If we get the ice needle technique, our team can reach level 3 faster. Anyway, let's log out of the game first. That's settled then. Okay, everyone can transfer lifespan to me. Wait until we return to reality, and I will give everyone cash after gathering enough lifespan. Grey Rose returned to proceed with the trade with Tan Fong. A level 2 team should have defeated at least 30 to 40 creepers, and the lifespan could be traded. Their lifespan was definitely over 100 days, while Tan Fong was thinking the trade was completed. Accordingly, his tradable lifespan increased from 268 to 368 days. Just then, Letu stepped in front of Tan Fong, looking arrogant, and said, "Finally found you. Darkness, I give you a chance. Take me straight to level 3, and when we return to the real world, I will give you 10 million in cash. My father is the chairman of Daijiang Corporation. You can ask around. No need to worry about me not having enough money." It turned out she was Zhang Lei. In her previous life, she was the leader of a crime group and was later eliminated by the government. Reports stated that she used cash to buy tradable lifespan as bait to kidnap many people for illegal work for herself and her men. This opportunity to eliminate those who don't obey her in real life is truly scum. Thinking of this, Tan Fong bluntly said, "I refuse Letu." Now she was Zhang Lei, and Tan Fong's answer left her stunned, taking a few seconds to react. "Darkness! Even though you are very strong in this game. But right now, no one knows what this game is. If you follow me, I guarantee that later you will want to eat well, dress nicely, have a car, a house, and women. You'll have it all. If you don't buy anything, don't interfere with my business," Tan Fong thought to himself. What good is cash anyway? The common currency worldwide is lifespan, which can be traded. Zhang Lei knew that he couldn't tempt Tan Fong, so his attitude became hostile. "What the hell is this? I only called you to lead the team because I value you. If this were the real world, I would have taught you a lesson. Say one more word and I'll send your lifespan to the underworld." Tan Fong warned, his words laced with killing intent, making Zhang Lei fearfully run away with his teammates. Tan Fong continued his work selling items, and once finished, he immediately returned to his quest to eliminate monsters. Meanwhile, Zhang Lei and a few of his subordinates ran into a quiet alley. As soon as they stopped, she angrily spoke up, "That dark bastard! Not only did he refuse my conditions, but he also threatened me. When I return to reality, I will definitely catch you and deal with you." At this very moment, Malaptun stepped out from a hidden corner and said, "Hello, Sister Lei." The group looked at him suspiciously. "My name is Mao Laptuan. You can call me Old Mao. I am currently at level 2 and know some tips to level up. I can help you level up, but will that 10 million still count?" Zhang Lei asked, "Tips? What tips?" Mao Laptun replied, "I wouldn't tell an ordinary person, but since it's you, Sister Lei, to show my sincerity, I can make an exception and tell you this once. If you want to level up, you need to allocate all 5 of your initial attribute points to agility. Only then will we be a bit faster than those creeps when we use full speed running. Do you understand now?" Zhang Lei's expression brightened. "So that's how this game works." Damn it, I had allocated my initial 5 attribute points to strength. Good thing someone knows how to play, she thought, smiling at Mao Laptuan. "You are indeed a bit interesting. All right. You take me to level up, but since you're not as strong as the darkness, I can give you 5 million. Will you accept? Take me to level 3, and when we return to the real world, I'll transfer the money to you." Mao Laptuan happily agreed. "No problem. Although that dark guy is very strong, he seems to have some issues with his brain. 10 million is so simple, yet he doesn't want it. What a fool." While these people were making a deal, Tan Fong had already run back to the cursed boss. Sure enough, this boss had evolved to silver level. The gray mist wrapped it around its body, and it was still evolving. To evolve from silver to gold would take at least 7 to 8 hours, and I am too lazy to wait. Tan Fong thought to himself as he used poisoned shurikens combined with a stealth attack, launching them straight at the cursed one, then immediately used stealth to hide again. -659, -219, -219. A long string of numbers appeared above the cursed one. It roared in anger and used a wide area skill, frantically bombarding the surrounding area. Tan Fong quietly moved around the boss while thinking the silver boss has 2 to 3 times the health of a copper-level boss, so it would take 2 or 3 poison shurikens to take it down. This cursed one is a magic-type boss. Most of its skills are area attacks and deal very high damage. After throwing the poison shuriken, I must immediately retreat and get out of its attack range. If I get hit with my current health and defense points, it would only lead to death. I have to wait until the cooldown time of stealth ends. Moreover, the boss's attacks have weakened before it strikes, and then I immediately hide to escape its attack range. Not long after. Moreover, the boss's attack has weakened before it strikes, and then it immediately goes into stealth to escape its attack range shortly after. The cursed one suddenly stopped attacking and bent down, trembling slightly at this moment. Silently, Tan Fong realized that the cursed one had repeated its old trick and took away a long segment of HP from the boss. This time, the cursed one chose a direction and dashed away like the wind. The boss saw its HP drop low, so it started to flee. Very good. Compared to before, when it was frantically dying, it now folded its arms and accepted its fate, saving me quite a bit of trouble. Finishing his words, Tan Fong charged after it, delivering a critical hidden strike to the back of the cursed one. Taking away its remaining health, the system announced, "You have defeated the cursed one of the silver rank. You have received 1,800 experience points. Congratulations, you have leveled up to level 5. Congratulations, you have received 4 evolution points. You have gained 124 days of lifespan that can be traded. Ha ha, and it helped me level up by 2 levels. On top of that, I also earned 4 more evolution points." Joyfully chatting, Tan Fong used his greedy hand on the corpse of the boss. The system announced, "Greedy hand skill activation successful. You have received 4 evolution points. You have received 4 evolution points. You have gained 124 days of lifespan that can be traded. You have gained 124 days of lifespan that can be traded." Directly receiving double the bonus rewards from this silver rank boss. It actually brought me a total of 12 evolution points and 372 days of lifespan that can be traded. The system announced, "Greedy Hands bonus effect activated. One of your loot will be upgraded from silver to gold. This is a gold rank item, no wonder it's called the Greedy Hand of the Thief. There is a 20% chance that the bonus loot will be upgraded by 1 level, dropping 7 to 8 items. But now my backpack only has 10 slots left. I can't always defeat bosses and run back. What a waste of time. I hope this cursed one can give me a ring or something to increase my storage slots." As he spoke, Tan Fong sat down. He picked up several glowing shards on the ground. As soon as he touched a golden shard, his expression changed in amazement. This is in the town of Voso with the members of the team. Finally teleported back, and we have survived to return. Luckily, with the help of our leader, we managed to level up to level 3 and return to the small town. No doubt, our leader is truly impressive. This is the hard work of all of us. Hoo-hoo, it's a pity that there was no time to befriend the big boss. It must be because I was covered in dirt that the big boss rejected me. Hoo-hoo, who knows at that time? If she wore this new equipment, he might agree. Just as they were talking, the level ranking board was updated. Rank 1 Shadow level 5, Rank 2 Vungmun level 3, Rank 3 Ba La La level 3. The players were astonished and discussed how the Shadow had reached level 5. What was it that jumped from level 3 to level 5? Just how powerful was this boss that was defeated? Just over 10 minutes ago, I saw the big boss selling equipment. How could he level up 2 levels so quickly? My sister is 18 years old this year. I really hope the big boss will like my sister so I can benefit from it too. Just take me along to level up, please. 100 million, he wouldn't even care about that. How could he care about your sister? My mom just leveled up to level 3 and the big boss has already leveled up to level 5. Is there even a chance for us to live? Vungmun, with his arms wide open, looked at the team members and spoke first. Don't think too much. Each of us should return to reality. Then inform family and friends about the divine game. The world may become chaotic. At least we should prepare for our close ones. With that, we will log off now. After finishing his words, they all logged out of the game. In the real world, Vungmun was lying on his bed, suddenly holding his head and softly groaning, then sat up with his teammates. Seeing that, he immediately ran to the side of the bed and shouted, "Look, Prince, you're awake!" He informed the captain, "Prince has woken up. Prince, are you okay? You made us worry to death. Do you know how you looked just now? Your body became transparent. Don't scare me like that, Prince. I told you yesterday to rest. I will help you keep an eye on the suspect right now." Prince Mang has fully adapted and regained his composure. He immediately shouted, "Quick call, everyone to gather. Something big has happened." Soon, an emergency meeting was held at the police station where Prince Mang worked. After hearing Prince Mang recount the details of what had happened, the middle-aged police officer sitting in the center asked, "Previously you reported that you had formed a hidden professional team that was nearly wiped out, and then someone rescued you." Prince Mang replied, "That's right. His name is Shadow. When he rescued us, Shadow was only at level 3, but by the time we reached level 3, he was already at level 5. Moreover, he jumped 2 levels to reach level 5. A male police officer asked. He jumped 2 levels. If he has already reached level 5, then isn't he the best in the world? How did he do that? Prince Mang speculated. Perhaps he defeated some boss. Another male police officer asked. According to you, Shadow reached level 3 an hour ago, so why hasn't he returned to reality yet? Could it be that he has no relatives in real life and doesn't need to inform them? Prince Mang replied, I don't know about that, but it's possible he doesn't exist. The meeting was very serious when a female police officer named Anvu suddenly spoke up. Could it be that this Shadow is a time traveler? A normal time traveler wouldn't be able to rise so quickly like that, would they? The entire meeting room looked towards Anvu, who felt embarrassed, and said, Am I wrong? The middle-aged police officer reminded her, Anvu, you said you would read fewer novels than usual. In such a serious situation like this, don't joke like that. He then looked at everyone seriously and said, The information Prince Mang just provided about the divine game is completely consistent with the information transmitted from above. A recent study shows that some elderly people died right after falling asleep after collecting data and comparing it with those who returned to reality. It has been confirmed that these people had died multiple times in the game. In other words, if the lifespan in the divine game is reset to 0, then in real life they will actually lose their lives. A police officer spoke up. This is a supernatural matter beyond our understanding. The middle-aged police officer nodded in agreement. That's right. It is very likely that we are experiencing an unidentified superpower invasion. The higher-ups have ordered the urgent formation of a pioneering team based on local areas. To explore the divine game and share intelligence, we must establish a professional army as soon as possible. This is a major event affecting the entire world. Currently, all countries are doing their utmost to explore this divine game. If we fall behind in this matter, this means we will lose our initiative on the international stage. Therefore, we must gather intelligence at all costs. Anvu, I appoint you as the captain of Team 1. Anvu stands at attention and shouts clearly. The middle-aged police officer looks over at Vuongman. Tell Vuongman, he is the vice captain. The two of you can choose your own team members. Vuongman also stands at attention and shouts to receive orders. According to Vuongman's description, this darkness has a good personality. You can try to befriend him. The reason I appointed Anvu as captain is that I think her personality is more suitable for investigating the darkness. I hope everyone can find out the true identity of the darkness as soon as possible. Ideally, we should represent the government to establish cooperative relations with the darkness and gather the information he has. The most important task for the others at this stage is to maintain social stability. Do you understand? The group shouted loudly together. The middle-aged police officer nodded once and then ordered to disperse. At the same time, at the dormitory of Tan Teodu, her roommates were also talking about the sacred game. Trong V said that people in the same area would appear together when they went to sleep. A small town called Tan Thu. Really, no. I want to go home. I have to go back to take care of my parents. They have never played games before. I'm afraid they won't be able to adapt. Don't let yourself be a burden. In fact, we can develop on our own first, then take care of our parents on the side. Tantudu was lost in thought, staring at her phone. How could something so big happen? And Tan Fong had no reaction. Why didn't he come? I'm sorry. Why is he so arrogant? In the past, whenever I got angry, that guy would try to comfort me. But today, he not only didn't soothe me, but also hit me. Even my parents have never hit me. I just skipped school to go see the concert of Brother Tong Fi. Tan Fong, if you don't apologize to me 1,000 times this time, I will absolutely never forgive you. Luckily, I went to see Brother Tong Fi yesterday. If the incident with the sacred game happens, it will be very difficult to have another opportunity. We were very close yesterday. Brother Tong Fi, I miss you so much. That's right. If when sleeping I enter the game, then Brother Tong Fi will definitely be there too. As long as I enter the game, I can find Brother Tong Fi, and Trong Vi reached level 3 so quickly. He must be a master. I have to go ask him. Thinking of this, Tan Tu Du immediately sent a message to Trong Vi. Trong Vi Master, do you have any strategies to teach me? On the other side, Trong Vi received the message and smirked. Oh, Tan Tu Du, even a noble goddess like her is looking for me to learn strategies. This is a golden opportunity. If I can catch Tan Tu Du, then he replied, You asked the right person. Let me tell you a secret. When entering the game, all your initial attribute points must be added to agility. Otherwise, your speed won't be fast enough. You will be tormented by monsters. Tan2do messaged, "What if I'm a mage? Do I need to increase my agility?" Truongvi replied, "Yes, agility for spell systems is not completely useless. It can increase your casting speed and is especially important in the early stages." Tan2do messaged, Truongvi quickly noted that for the magic system, it's not completely useless. It can speed up spell casting, which is especially important in the early stages, Tan2do noted. But if you still can't fight, even if you are agile, don't worry. As long as someone in the town reaches level 5, the teleportation array in the town will light up. At that time, you can form a team to level up at will, and when the teleportation array is available, I will find you and take you with me. Tan2do was just waiting for these words from Truongvi. She happily lay down on the bed, closed her eyes, and thought to herself that these clingy guys were indeed useful. "So I've found someone to shield me. Tanfong, consider this a favor to you. I'm currently entering the game so you can act all high and mighty. By the time you enter the game, I don't know how many levels ahead of you I will be. At that time, I won't help you speed up. Let's go back a few hours." Just as Tanfong touched the block of golden light, its information appeared before him, the cursed ring of gold for all professions. All attributes +8, resistance to dark elements, +26 attack coefficient against weak points, +0.1 requires level 4 equipment. Each attribute increases by 8 points, equivalent to 32 attribute points. This ring is equivalent to all the attributes that others can only obtain after reaching level 3. And it also has resistance to dark elements, which is very effective against undead creatures. The initial weak point attack ratio is 1.5 times, and with this ring, the coefficient will increase to 1.6 times, which is not bad at all. And there's this too, Tanfong said while looking at another system panel. Shadow/Platinum skill of the Assassin class dashes forward up to 15 meters. And switches to stealth mode, lasting 5 seconds, creating 3 slashes against all enemies in its path. Cooldown time is 12 seconds reduced. Cooldown to 10.43 seconds requires level 4 to learn. /width is 2.1 meters. Each slash increases attack power by 100%. It's counted as a back attack, but cannot deal damage to weak points. Tanfong spoke up. "This is a skill that deals area damage extremely powerful. Not only can I move, but I can even go invisible. Let's learn it while it's hot." Oh, there are still some evolution points left, so let's evolve the greedy hand first. The system announces you have consumed 8 evolution points, remaining 4 points. The greedy hand diamond skill of the assassin class can be used on the corpses of undead creatures with a 220% chance of receiving loot. Additional loot received. There is a 40% chance to increase 1 grade. Tanfong murmured, "Just as expected, if I handle the monsters now, it will definitely give me 2 portions of loot for handling 1 monster. Equivalent to what others would get from handling 3 monsters. There are still 4 evolution points left, so the Shadow Slash can be upgraded to level 3 now. The system announces you have consumed 3 evolution points, remaining 1 point. Shadow/Platinum skill of the Assassin class dashes forward up to 21 meters. And switches to stealth mode, lasting 7 seconds, creating 5 slashes against all enemies in its path. Cooldown time is 10.43 seconds, requires level 4 to learn. /width is 3.1 meters each. / increases attack power by 200%. So it doesn't reduce the cooldown time. That's disappointing. Just relying on Shadow / I can achieve infinite invisibility. The rest is all trash, but the skill book for the level of the Platinum Warrior can still be sold for some money. While speaking, Tanfong suddenly heard strange noises around him. He looked up and discovered several monsters were charging at him, climbing creatures of level 4. Just in time, I can use you to test the power of Shadow /. After saying that, Tanfong immediately vanished, and then all that could be seen were several flashes of swordlight, slicing the bodies of the monsters into many pieces that fell to the ground. The system announced, "You have defeated the level 4 climber and received 80 experience points. You have gained 5 days of lifespan and can trade your body again." The figure of Tanfong reappears and speaks. The effectiveness of monster extermination has improved. If you use poison darts, you need to throw at least 2 darts to defeat a monster, and the shorter the battle time, the smaller the chance of unexpected events occurring. Your current trading lifespan is 618 days, but to bring equipment and skills into reality, your trading lifespan must reach at least 2.5 years or more, precisely 900 days. Let's go back to sell the items in the backpack then. The trading lifespan on a person can almost reach the minimum limit required for extraction. Once you reach level 10, you can extract skills and equipment from the game. On the way back to the town of Vosotan Fong, accidentally encounters Jiang Lei and Mao Loptuan talking to each other. Congratulations, young lady, on reaching level 3. Is it time for you to fulfill your promise? Don't worry, our Zhang Corporation is not lacking a bit of your money. Now let's return to reality. This is my mobile phone number. You can contact me directly. That's right, sell me all your trading lifespan. For each lifespan, I will pay you 10,000. No problem, haha. I told you the Dark One is a fool with blind eyes. Even a big boss like the young lady doesn't take it seriously. Then we will wait for you in reality. Before logging off, Mao Lap-Tuan smugly says, haha. Even if the game really affects lifespan, so what? Lifespan can be earned at any time. Only those who can turn gaming ability into money like me are truly smart. Not long after Tan Fong returns to the town, the first thing he does is go to the teleportation array and activate it. The system announces, congratulations, you have activated the teleportation array in Voso Town. You can teleport instantly once a day for free. Teleporting multiple times will consume trading lifespan. No other teleportation array is activated in Jianghai City. The original teleportation array of the town is 2-dimensional. Activating a teleportation array is useless. Before they can teleport to each other, players in other towns must also reach level 5 to activate it. I remember the teleportation array from my previous life was in the Firefly Town. I can set a reminder for a day. If someone in Firefly Town activates the teleportation array, I will be the first to know. However, teleporting between towns initially doesn't have much significance. My top goal is to reach level 10 and then go to the continent forgotten by the gods. That is the true beginning of the game. The gods have abandoned it. While pondering, Tan Fong walks to the square and sets up a stall with the note, selling equipment and skills, only selling for 10 minutes. If you want to buy, be quick. The players around immediately recognize Tan Fong and exclaim, oh wow, the Great Dark One has appeared. The Great One has finally arrived. I have prepared 150 days of lifespan. Just waiting for the Great One to come and sell items. Last time, the Great One sold a bandage technique that made the Gray Rose soar straight to second place on the leaderboard. I hope this time there is a real sorcerer skill book. But it's just a skill book for a silver warrior. I want this warrior skill book. The system announces transaction successful. Receive 300 days of trading lifespan. 300 days of trading lifespan for a skill book. Is it worth it? Short-sighted. A warrior who gets this skill book will double their monster extermination efficiency. 300 days of lifespan can be earned back in just 2 days. I want that cloak. I want those shoes. The items in Tan Fong's stall were quickly bought out by the players, and he immediately stood up to pack away his stall, thinking to himself that everything had sold out in just 1 minute. The total trading time for the items I sold this time is 650 days, and now my trading lifespan has reached 2,174 days. But it's still not enough. If I want to extract the attributes, equipment levels, and skills of this divine game into reality, it is still a long way off. The players who couldn't rush to buy kept whining, wah wah, I missed out twice too. I feel the same. Will you still sell here next time? Please sell a few more times. I beg you right now. Black Bloom ran over while shouting, big shot, I have this treasure. Do you want it for $0? She took out a ring and held it out, a space ring with 12 additional item slots that do not occupy the equipment slots of the ring and backpack. Tan Fong was astonished, thinking to himself, a space ring. This is a special storage equipment. It is valuable because it does not take up space in the backpack or equipment slots, and each player can only carry a maximum of 3 storage backpacks. Although this item can drop from any monster, the drop rate is extremely low. This seer was very lucky to have obtained it so early. Previously, a 12-slot item like this could sell for more than 3,600 days. Then he asked her how she planned to sell it. Black Bloom smiled and replied, I don't want the lifespan of the big shot. I just want to be friends with you. And, conveniently big shot, can you take our group to defeat a boss? After an hour, Tan Fong sent a friend request to her, and the system notified him. Player Black Bloom has accepted your friend request. Tan Fong asked, what kind of boss is it? Black Bloom replied, it's just a golden boss. Tan Fong asked again, what is its name? It was too far away to see clearly. There was a dilapidated boat in the swamp. Hearing this, Tan Fong was startled and thought to himself, could it be the Golden Ghost Ship? The Golden Ghost Ship is a rare special boss that can appear at any level. The probability of this boss appearing is extremely low, and it also drops very useful special items. Whenever a Golden Ghost Ship appears, a fierce battle breaks out between guilds. The Golden Ghost Ship appearing in a town at level 5 is probably the easiest to defeat at this level. To encounter the Golden Ghost Ship so early in a small town and also receive a rare storage ring, and on top of that, be a member of Wang Mang's group. Could she be the legendary koi carp in the previous life? On the surface, Tan Fong casually asked her how she discovered this golden boss. Black Bloom replied, after logging out and having dinner, I wanted to log back in quickly to level up with the captain and the others, but who knew they would be so slow? With nothing to do, I wandered around admiring the scenery and found the golden boss under a cliff. Tan Fong thought to himself that in the previous life it was rumored that in Wang Mang's team there was a member with a figure like a koi carp, and while wandering in nature I could encounter the rare boss of the divine temple. At first I thought it was just a facade, created by the authorities to cover up the intelligence they had. I never expected it to be true. It really is her. Black Bloom blushed and spoke up. Big shot, why are you staring at me like that? Tan Fong replied, it's nothing. And then the two of them went outside the town together. In a hidden corner, a guy secretly followed them. Seeing the two leave the town gate, he immediately headed in another direction, rushing to a deserted place not far away. A big brother was boasting to his underlings. Remember back in the day, I also led the brothers to conquer the overlord of the Sand City. You guys can rest assured and follow me. A big guy is bragging to his underlings. Remember back then, I led you all to conquer the overlord of the Sand City. Just follow me without worry. I guarantee everyone will eat well and dress nicely. Just then, the stalker ran over shouting, Boss, that kid is taking a girl outside to the woods. The gang leader smirked upon hearing this and said, indeed, that brat is so quick that he couldn't hold back and started leading a girl away. Brothers, follow me. Meanwhile, Tan Fong and Black Bloom were chatting as they walked. I can loot if the boss drops equipment and books. The skills you can use, I can give them to you, and the rest will be mine. What about Captain Vuong Man and his team? Your team has all kinds of professions. If I drop assassin gear, wouldn't that be a waste of effort for me? Then just do as you said. But can I make a small request? Tell me if I sell the equipment to Captain Vuong Man and his team, can you give them a discount? No problem, sure. Then we will set off after Captain Vuong Man goes online. By the way, boss, where are we going now? We're on our way to fight the golden level boss. Hearing Tan Fong say that, Black Bloom turned pale and said, Big boss, you are an assassin and I am a mage. You can go invisible, but how can I endure? Tan Fong replied, just me is enough. You just need to observe from a safe place. Black Bloom exclaimed in surprise, wait, are you really going to take down a golden level boss? Although I know the big boss is very powerful, this is too exaggerated. Suddenly, Tan Fong's figure vanished right in front of her, leaving her confused as she looked around. Big boss, where did you go hiding in the trees behind? The stalkers also saw Tan Fong disappear and whispered, Boss, that shadow guy has vanished. Haha, he must have tricked that girl, leaving her alone in this wilderness and then leaving. Let's go catch that girl directly. Have some fun first. I told you, if you brothers follow me, you will definitely eat well and dress nicely, and look, that woman is right here. The boss was clever, but before they could act, Tan Fong suddenly appeared right in front of them and used Shadow Slash, sending them back to the resurrection point. System notification. You have dealt with 5 players and received a total of 12 days of lifespan, which can be traded for mere scraps by taking down 2 small monsters. Just monsters! Tan Fong's figure vanished again and appeared next to Black Bloom. Black Bloom asked in surprise, Big boss, where did you go just now? Tan Fong replied, there were a few guys tailing us. I sent them back to the small town. Black Bloom said, "Oh, I thought you went to the restroom." "That's right, big boss, now that you have this invisibility skill. It must be very convenient for you to go to the restroom, right? You can go anytime and anywhere without being seen. It's not right that if shit falls out of your body, it would also become invisible, right?" Or is Tan Feng hastily cutting in to say, "Take me to find the boss you mentioned." In the minor town, another new player appears if Tan Feng is here. You can immediately recognize this person. It's none other than the good sister who stabbed you in the back, Tan Xiaoyu. How could I feel that? That's great. I received the hidden profession of life sacrifice. It must be very powerful. This way, I will definitely match with Brother Song Fei. I wonder how Brother Song Fei is doing now. Does he know the initial point allocation secret, I wonder where that bastard Tan Feng has been all day, only managing himself. But when it comes to crucial moments, he's not reliable at all. Well, now I have a hidden profession. Plus, Trong V promised to help me level up. Tan Feng, you can take care of yourself. I won't bother with you. As Tan Xiaoyu is talking, she starts observing her surroundings and sees the leaderboard hanging in the sky. She gasps and says, "Wow, the Dark is in first place and already level 6. Oh, I suppose that is so." Trong V is currently only level 3, yet still has time to show off his strength. It seems this Dark is the real big shot. If I have the Dark on the leaderboard to help me, then I will definitely level up faster than Trong V. But where should I go to find this big shot Dark? Just then, Tan Xiaoyu hears a few people Vuong Man talking nearby. "Damn it, I can't contact Teodo through the wind." "We don't have time to wait for her. Does anyone have any ideas?" "We can't defeat monsters without a babysitter. We are not the big shot Dark to play alone. I suggest we find a new babysitter to cooperate with." Hearing this, Tan Xiaoyu's eyes light up as she rushes over and says, "Hello, may I ask if you all need a babysitter? I am the hidden profession of life sacrifice." At the same time, Tan Feng and Black Bloom have also arrived at the boss's location, looking down from the rocky cliff at the boss in the swamp. Tan Feng speaks up, "Indeed, it's the Ghost Ship King. You just stand here and hide. Be careful of being ambushed by others. I will handle the boss." Black Bloom says, "All right, big shot, be careful." Tan Feng no D's and directly jumps down. The system announces, due to the influence of the ghost ship, this area has become a berserk zone. Lifespan in this area is reduced by a factor of 100. Time flows 100 times faster. If I stay in there for 15 minutes, it will consume a day of lifespan. This temporary berserk zone doesn't have a significant impact, he mutters as Tan Feng lands lightly. Then he quickly runs to the center of the swamp. Boss information, Ghost Ship, King, level 5. Golden rank special, countdown time, 45 minutes and 25 seconds. This special one has a time limit for its appearance. Luckily, there are still 45 minutes left. After defeating it, there will still be some time, he said. Tan Feng immediately starts with the Shadow Shield Slash and enters stealth mode. The boss is hit 5 times each, dealing 549 points of damage. Next, Tan Feng reveals himself using poisoned shurikens, combined with a hidden strike, to hit the boss's weak point, causing a large amount of damage, then uses Shadow Step to stealthily retreat away from the boss because he knows the boss will counterattack. He sees the ghost ship swinging its oars, causing columns of water to rise like dragon heads. Sweeping around the swamp, Tan Feng, in stealth mode, uses his agility to continuously dodge. Not stopping there, just when the water columns disappear, several monsters like mummies crawl out of the swamp. Counting roughly, there are more than 10, and some are difficult to defeat the Ghost Ship King. First of all, many people don't know where its weak point is. Its real weak point is not the bones or the ship's body, but the ghost bell at the bow of the ship. On Monday, when its weakness is attacked, it will control the surrounding water and launch a wide-range attack. The damage from this water column is extremely high. In the early stages, only warriors wearing the silver equipment set can barely withstand it. Fortunately, the initial agility of the dark profession is high enough. Otherwise, I would have a hard time dodging. Thirdly, after the long-range attack ends, the boss will summon 12 foul water demons in the middle of the battlefield, each with the power of a silver-level boss. These 12 foul water demons will attack frantically, and most teams will be thrown into chaos at this point. Moreover, every 3 minutes, the ghost ship will summon a foul water demon. If not dealt with promptly, the number of foul water demons will keep increasing. Ultimately, this will lead to the annihilation of the entire team, but I will always be invisible, so they won't be able to find me. As long as I find the right angle, I can eliminate them with just one strike. Speaking of which, Tan Feng manifests a Shadow Blade strike to send these foul water demons away. At the same time, it also takes a large amount of health from the boss above the Black Bloom cliff, enough to fit a chicken egg in there. This is the #1 dark boss on the leaderboard. With this kind of power, it's too strong, appearing and disappearing like a ghost. The boss has already lost 1/3 of its health. Basically, there is no resistance at all. While she is astonished, she receives a message from Tan Feng, "Little Black, I'm about to die." Black Bloom startled replies, "What, Tan Feng, you don't need to do anything, just wait for me to revive." Black Bloom messages back, "Why is that? Aren't you in a dominant position right now?" And "Little Black" is what Tan Feng messages, "Aren't you Little Black?" Black Bloom replies, "Big boss, my name is Black Bloom, not Little Black." It sounds like the name of a dog. Tan Feng messages, "Got it, Little Black." At the same time, the people who were just dealt with by Tan Feng have resurrected and are angrily searching for the two. Tan Feng, the big brother, shouts, "Damn, we were careless. I used to win all the SA awards." This guy came to the SA awards when he was still a legend, and now he's being bullied by a kid. Just then, a subordinate runs up to report, "Boss, we found that girl." The girl is at the edge of the cliff ahead, while that dark bastard is fighting the boss alone at the foot of the cliff. The big brother snorts and says, "Go. This time I've called all the brothers. I don't believe we can't handle it." Returning to the battle between Tan Feng and the boss, the fourth thing is also the most troublesome. This ghost ship will unleash a violent soul wave over a very large area and force immobilization for 5 seconds. Now I can't escape. While Tan Feng is thinking the boss's wide-range skill has also spread and enveloped him, the system announces, "You have died. You have lost 326 years of lifespan, unable to trade. You have lost 1,087 days of lifespan, can trade." This scene just happened to be seen by the followers chasing after him. Ha ha, what a fool. Just because others call him Big Boss, he's so arrogant to challenge the Golden Boss alone. This dark dog is really rich. A light ball this big, equivalent to at least several hundred days of lifespan. Brothers attack the boss. It only has half its health left. Let's go eliminate it. Let's go destroy it. You can even earn a large lifespan. This is only half of the lost lifespan. This big dog deserves it. Today my little dog will eat the big dog, while the big brother excitedly howls, leading his gang down the cliff. But just at the moment, they enter the swamp area. The scene suddenly changes. The gloomy and dark sky completely disappears, replaced by a clear blue sky, and the group is stunned for a few seconds until they see that they are surrounded by houses. Only then do they react and understand that they have been resurrected, and the group immediately erupts in anger, shouting, "What the hell? How can this boss be so strong? How can that shadowy figure reduce its blood to half? Is it a ghost? This is too unreasonable. We just entered the swamp and were immediately dealt with by the water column right on the spot. Moreover, there are many small monsters. How can we fight now? Damn it. Our losses are too great. Let's go on. I can't believe this thing is so bizarre." After a while, Tan Feng just returned to the swamp and saw a pile of lifespan orbs lying on the ground. He was surprised and texted to ask, "Black Bloom, I'm back. Little Black, why are there so many lifespan orbs here?" Black Blue just messaged that a group of people rushed here, but the result was that they were all wiped out by the water column. Tan Feng texted, "So that's how it is, ha ha." Truly unaware of one's own strength, he looked at the boss and recalled that in his previous life he had also suffered a lot. With this Golden Ghost Ship, the Golden Ghost Ship only releases the immobilization skill once, so the remaining half of its health can be easily dealt with when its health is at half. Then there will be a certain probability that it will disappear and reappear far away, making it harder for ordinary players to defeat it. But I have already grasped its movement rules. Thinking to himself, Tan Feng rushed towards the boss and began attacking on the cliff. The others also ran to the place again and shouted, "Boss, look over there!" That brat is indeed attacking the boss again. Good. Let's find an opportunity to take them down. Black Bloom stood at the cliff and not far away also noticed that those idiots were coming again. Damn it, they only know how to cause trouble. The boss is about to be finished off. I can't let them achieve their goal thinking of this black bloom used the skill to strike them shouting, "Today, there will be thunder." The group angrily yelled, "Who the hell is attacking us?" "Boss, there's a mage over there." "Humph, that woman doesn't want to live, take her down." Seeing them rush towards him, Black Bloom shouted and ran away. "Stop, I have to deal with you." The group yelled and chased closely behind, but they didn't know that. There was another group of people existing in the dark, silently observing everything in the swamp. The battle was gradually coming to an end. The boss was finally about to die. No wonder it's the Golden Ghost ship. Although it's only level 5, it's still very difficult to take it down alone. My damage is still too low, causing the battle to drag on for too long. Leading to attracting the attention of others, there was a group of people on the cliff. They seemed to be those who had just died, and there was also a gang beside the swamp. It seems they want to wait until I finish it off. The boss will handle me and take the loot here, even though I know that's the case. But Tanfong isn't worried at all, and he used the skill that just cooled down to take the last bit of health from the boss. The system announced that you have defeated the ghost ship boss of the golden level and received 4,800 experience points. Congratulations, you have reached level 8. Congratulations, you have received 7 evolution points and 216 days of lifespan that can be traded. That's a good idea too. But it's just a pity that you guys have miscalculated. Tanfong whispered and used stealth to disappear right at the spot, leaving a pile of items on the ground without picking them up. At the same time, all players received a notification that the player Darkness from Shelltown was the first on the server to defeat the golden level boss and receive 3 reputation points. The group of players began to discuss the golden boss being defeated for the first time. Wow, this Darkness guy is a demon. Why is he so strong? Which country did Shelltown originally belong to? The first player to defeat the golden level boss must be a powerhouse from South Korea. We Smekta at Shelltown, the mighty Wang, spoke up, saying that the earlier announcement mentioned that Darkness could fight the boss alone. And he has already defeated the golden level boss by himself. Why is there such a big gap? Between humans, that is. Standing right behind Tantu-Du, he frowned and thought that this Darkness guy is indeed formidable. If he helps me level up, I can meet him soon. Tongfei returned with the developments at the swamp. After Tanfong disappeared, the leader of the second group chuckled softly, saying, "Ha ha, this boss really dropped a lot of loot." That guy ran away and didn't pick up anything at all. He must be scared of us. Akwang, use your skill to find that guy. Deal with him, and we will monopolize the rewards dropped by the golden boss. The player named Akwang responded with a sound and immediately used his bow skill, Soul Hunter, to shoot towards the swamp. Tanfong, who was hiding, whispered, "Soul Hunter, huh? I didn't expect this hunter to learn the anti-invisibility skill so quickly. No wonder they are so confident in wanting to deal with me to steal the loot. It's just a pity that my profession has a level 1 invisibility and a level 1 anti-invisibility ability that no one can see through my invisibility." Sure enough, Akwang did not detect Tanfong's figure, so he turned to his leader and reported, "Boss, there's no one. That kid must have seen us and got scared off. Let's consider him smart. Let's go over there and guard the loot. Be ready to fight at any time." The time to protect the ownership of the boss loot is 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, the boss loot will belong to us. After finishing his words, the leader ran with his subordinates to the spot where the items fell. Just then, several beams of light flashed and cut them into many pieces. Tanfong's figure appeared and softly said, "It's much quieter here now. By the way, where did that little black girl go? Never mind, I'll find her later." The remaining evolution points from before, combined with the boss's gift, can only allow the greedy hand to evolve one more time. First, let's evolve the skill, then touch a few of the corpses afterward. Along with the boss's loot, it can only allow the greedy hand to evolve once more. First evolve the skill, then touch the corpses afterward. I really hope the skill has successfully evolved. The system notifies that the gluttonous hand skill of the assassin class has a 300% chance of receiving additional loot rewards. There is a 100% chance of leveling up. 100% chance of leveling up. This is simply a complete transformation. I will make all these light orbs explode. Just as he thought, Tanfeng began to use the gluttonous hand to collect the notification sounds which continuously rang out, "You have used the gluttonous hand skill. You have received 21 evolution points. You have received 648 days of lifespan that can be traded. You have received a special item, the demonic elixir. You have received a special item, the demonic elixir. You have received. Tan Feng exclaimed in astonishment. I can't believe I got 2 demonic elixirs from just one use. He took out the 2 demonic elixirs and examined them. The demonic elixir is a special item that when carried will not cause you to lose lifespan upon death. This effect has a cooldown time of 1,565 seconds. Soul absorption is a passive effect that increases the drop rate of lifespan by 20% times 2 when you defeat a monster. This effect doubles when 2 demonic elixirs are used at the same time. The active soul effect will immobilize all enemies within a 100-meter radius for 3 seconds. The cooldown time is 521 seconds. Tan Feng thought to himself that this demonic elixir is not considered an equipment item, but rather a prop. It does not occupy an equipment slot, and these 2 bells only take up 1 slot in the backpack, making it very convenient to use at this moment. Tan Feng received a distress message from Black Room. Help me, big boss! What are you doing? Don't come over here! Tan Feng worriedly replied, Little Black, where are you? Suddenly a distant scream echoed, Get away, don't come over here! The owner of that scream was Li Zi, who was surrounded by a group of lecherous men. They approached shamelessly saying, You little brat! You're really tough. You've reached the end of the line, so come over here obediently. We promise to make it worth your while. Li Zi turned to look at the cliff behind her. As the group got closer, she said nothing and decisively jumped off the cliff. To escape, Liza tightly gripped the staff in her hand, closed her eyes, and dared not open them, as she fell, landing hard on the empty ground. A guy quickly ran to the edge of the cliff. He looked down and exclaimed, She jumped. That girl is really tough. At that moment, Li Zi had disappeared and was privately contacting Tan Feng, Big Boss. No need to save me. I'm dead. I'll go back to the town. It hurts so much. Luckily, all the trades of our team are left on the Captain Wang Mang. Hearing this, he felt somewhat relieved and replied, You just stay in the town. Wait for me to come back and I will bring you the items. Li Zi happily replied, Thank you, Big Boss. You've worked hard. Tan Feng told himself that he had made a big profit this time. The tradable lifespan has reached 3,115 days, and there are also additional evolution points. Continuing to evolve the gluttonous hand, just as he finished speaking, the information panel appeared. The gluttonous hand skill has reached the epic level. To evolve further, you need 10 times the number of evolution points. Do you want to spend 210 evolution points to evolve this skill? No, Tan Feng was surprised by the information before him and muttered, 210 evolution points. It really isn't that simple. The higher the skill level, the more evolution points are consumed. Forget it. I'll upgrade the damage dealing skills instead. The higher the damage, the greater the chance to defeat stronger enemies and obtain more loot. The information panel appeared once again as he was enhancing the skill. You have consumed 8 evolution points, leaving 13 points. The white gold slashing diamond rushed towards a direction reaching a maximum of 21, 24, 27 meters while simultaneously entering stealth mode. The body extended for 7, 8, 9 seconds, dealing 5, 6, 7 slashes to all enemies in the path. The cooldown time is 10, 20, 43 seconds. The slashing range is 3, 1, 3, 6, 4, 1 meters. Each slash adds 200, 250, 300 attack power. You have consumed 230 years of evolution points, leaving 3 points. Cooldown time is 10, 20, 43 seconds. Strike range is 3, 1, 3, 6, 4, 1 meters. Each slash adds 200 to 253 attack power. You have consumed 233 evolution points, leaving 3 points. Initial skill enhances backstab damage by 15 to 20% when attacking from behind the target. 25 to 30%. Tan Feng felt the power gradually increasing and remarked that after evolving twice the damage of the Shadow Slash had doubled. Even without being in stealth mode and without using the reveal skill, one ability can still deal 3,000 damage if used to attack from behind with the reveal skill. Thus, the total damage from 7 slashes can reach 6,000 or 7,000 against a golden boss, which typically drops 2 to 4 pieces of silver equipment with a very small chance of golden equipment. Now, thanks to the effect of the greedy hand, I have obtained 11 pieces of golden equipment and skill books, along with 2 pieces of platinum equipment and 1 book. Another platinum skill, not bad at all. Yet there are 3 pieces that the assassin class can utilize. The information panel displayed the ghost ship receiving a golden weapon for the assassin class with a total attack power of 136 agility plus 22 and attack speed plus 24% requiring level 5 equipment. The unique special effect means each of your normal attacks deals double damage. Tan Feng looked at the weapon in hand and commented that this special effect isn't very useful. After all, I use skills anyway. The base attack power of this weapon is already high enough, plus an additional 22 agility points. The attack speed will also increase the speed of skill casting and reduce the cooldown time of skills afterward. So it's not entirely useless, plus it has armor penetration attributes, which is a significant benefit. Just as he finished speaking, another piece of information appeared on the panel. Tan Feng could clearly feel the enhancement in the equipment and voiced that he hadn't increased his physical attributes when leveling up and his current life points were only 350. Yet this type of clothing directly increases to 419 points. Once I wear this outfit, most players at this stage basically cannot break through. Defense is set now to hide the equipment. After all, I should still use the original appearance of the dark profession like this. That way others cannot see my equipment. They must enter the game interface to check. Like this. There's still one last item, a skill book. You clicked on the spot where you just found the information panel, which presented new data, the Shadow Phantom, a golden passive skill for the assassin class that increases dodge rate by 15%. When activated, dodging will be immune to all damage. Tan Feng stared at the panel and said that he finally found an assassin skill. But I remember this skill is very weak because in this game, the dodge rate is very hard to increase, and even when trying to enhance the dodge ability. Other attributes will definitely be low, and if I can't dodge at that moment, it will be extremely dangerous. Suddenly, he shouted loudly. His words were powerful, but his heart was full of calculations. But I am not like that. I have a skill that can evolve infinitely. Improving the dodge ability simultaneously without sacrificing other attributes is purely beneficial. Tan Feng turned and left muttering to himself. It's time to return the remaining items of the warrior priest and beast bow that can be sold to the king with a 10% discount, although currently they can't afford it. But considering the character of the king, it is still possible to sell it on credit to him. This time, the great fortune is all thanks to the little black one. Without this koi fish, I wouldn't have been able to find the 5th level golden demon ship to destroy. I have to thank her a bit. After walking for a while, I encountered the group surrounding Li Zi. Just then, Tan Feng saw them, but didn't change his expression at all. Only his usual indifferent face remained, but the others looked as if they had just seen a ghost. Everyone's face turned pale. The whole group scrambled to run away, but they didn't forget to shout, "The darkness is coming. Run fast. Don't block me, you fools. Don't leave me behind. For God's sake, don't come here. Help." He cast a cold glance at them, and then quickly dealt with those who lagged behind. At this moment, only the leader was left getting closer to Tan Feng as he ran. He approached and got close to the guy who was trembling in fear to the point of tearing up pleading, "I was wrong. I won't dare anymore. Please let me go, big brother. Please don't kill me. I only have 1 year left to live." But Tan Feng showed no signs of sympathy and coldly replied, "Did you think about this outcome when you harmed others?" Not letting the opponent wait too long, he immediately dealt with him and turned to leave, leaving the guy holding his head and screaming in pain. At this moment, the skill information appeared again. Notification. Because the player actively killed too many people, they received the status of a murderer. With the current level of the murderer when they die, they will drop 75% of their current lifespan. Around Tan Feng, an oppressive aura emanated, accompanied by the title of murderer above his head. As he walked, he thought, "It's fine. I have the demon fire elixir on me. Even if I accidentally die once, I won't lose any lifespan at all." Tan Feng pretended to walk back to the small town. When everyone saw him, they began to talk loudly. "There he is. He really killed the golden boss and came back. Why don't we see any good equipment on him? I think this guy must have relied on Bei. That's why he could defeat the boss alone, so he didn't drop anything. It's hilarious. Go find Bei and show me." Suddenly, someone stood in front of him. "Darkness! Big brother, please stop." Fuang Hian raised a book and continued, "Big brother, the darkness earlier was our mistake. This is the skill book of the assassin system. We just used our lifespan to buy it, hoping you would accept it and overlook our earlier actions. The information panel seemed to be waiting and suddenly appeared, analyzing the book in front of him. Normal grade skill, Book of the Assassin System, single target skill. Increases attack by 20 points and stuns for 2 seconds when attacking cooldown time is 22 seconds. Seeing him silent, he continued, "This is a control skill." After a while, Tan Feng finally responded. As soon as he finished speaking, he turned to leave. This made Huang Hien's subordinates extremely uncomfortable. Hien, we were killed by him, yet we still gave him the skill book like this. Isn't that too cowardly? Each of us mobilizes our connections to gather everyone together. Just a drop of everyone's saliva could drown him. Why should we be afraid? That's right. Since when did we have to endure this? Huang Hin quickly spoke loudly. Do you understand anything? That guy, the darkness, is growing too fast. And he leveled up by himself. There must be some great secret behind it. Now we just need to find him in real life and imprison him. Then we can not only uncover the great secret, but also turn him into a slave to collect lifespan for us. One of the underlings, hearing this, immediately chimed in with flattery. So, that's how it is. No wonder the gentle young master is truly skilled, turning back to the gentle face and speaking with disdain. I will request the clan to send a woman to figure out how to gather information about him. Just now the voice of this shadow sounded strange. Definitely not from within the circle, which proves that this guy is a poor man offering a unique beauty delivered right to his doorstep. I don't believe he won't fall for it. Tan Feng seeks to meet Li Zi to make some demands. Little Black agreed to the deal. I will give you this little item. She immediately responded cheerfully. Thank you, Great Elder, but I am not Little Black. I am Li Zi, and with a swing of her stick, she was lifted into the air. This is also real. I am about to take off with this skill. This necklace directly increases my damage several times, and my mana recovery also doubles. Great Elder, I really thank you. Tan Feng, seeing this, went straight to the point without being polite. Based on the promise, the spatial ring, please hand it over to me. Li Zi quickly took out what you requested and said, That's right, hand it over to you. That's right, Great Elder, just now when I fled into the forest, I found a cave that looks like the entrance to some ruins. Are you interested? Tan Feng fell silent, but was secretly calculating in his mind. First, it was the golden demon ship. Now it's the entrance to the ruins. Befriending this girl is indeed not a loss. It's a give and take. If I don't give her 2 pieces of golden equipment, she probably wouldn't have told me this information. With this spatial ring, the storage space finally reached 27 slots. After a moment of calculation, he also spoke up. Wang Mang, where are you? After selling items to everyone, I will go with you to the ruins. Lizzie quickly replied, Got it. But Captain, they have already invited a new pastor. It will take an hour and a half to return to the entrance of the ruins. I have helped you mark it on the map. There is a stone slab on the ground behind the bushes. At that time, I moved the stone slab away and hid inside to escape. The result was, I had only taken a few steps when I heard the screams of ghosts from inside. I was so scared that I ran away. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been caught by those people. Tan Feng, upon hearing the answer, disappeared, but did not forget to call back. Got it. I understand. Now I will head to this ruin. Wait for me to return, and I will trade with Wang Mang and the others. The process was so fast that she exclaimed, Great Elder. You rushed quickly around, enveloped by darkness. Tan Feng weaved through the treetops in the forest, pondering that he originally wanted to find a place to level up to 10. But now there are ruins. No need to search anymore. There are 3 main types of ruins that will appear in the starting town, namely tombs, cursed ruins, and belief temples. Regardless of the type of ruins, even the minor monsters at the bronze level or even the silver level are for me a sea of lifespan and evolution points. After a while of searching, I found the entrance to the ruins. I thought that 3 main types of ruins would appear in the small town. They are the cursed tomb ruins, the shrine of faith, and the burial grounds, none of which are good. There are many undead creatures here, making it very difficult to clean up in the end. Basically, there is still the golden boss, while the undead creatures in the cursed ruins are cursed by ancient gods and evil deities. They may have once been human, or some people went insane, or after dying they transformed into monsters. As for the undead in the Shrine of Faith, they are followers of ancient gods or evil deities. The map inside the shrine is extremely complex. If I can successfully pass through the 2 later doors, I will receive some special items or skill books by looking at the drawings on this stone wall. It seems this is the Shrine of Faith. The drawings on this wall look very familiar. This is the Shrine of Faith, judging the ancient gods with the judging eyes that I originally possessed. The deeper I went inside, the more eerie sounds grew louder. In one place, it looked dark and frightening. Wang Mang was using a shield to defend. The monster in front of him roared as if it wanted to swallow its opponent whole. Taking advantage of Wang Mang's distraction, it quickly struck and knocked him back. One teammate saw this and shouted loudly, "Sister, heal quickly! What are you standing there for?" Xiao Yu in fear stumbled and cried, "What should I do?" The creep continued to attack the remaining member of the team, raising their sword in vigilance. "Damn it! It's charging again! Quickly use your skills!" At this moment, she could no longer stand and sat down on the ground, covering her face and crying, "I'm so scared!" Xiao Yu's scream caused the birds in the forest to scatter. After a while, Wang Mang's group also returned. Xiao Yu's face turned dark, and Li Zi couldn't figure out what was strange. He quickly ran over and shouted, "Captain, why did everyone come back so quickly? The Dark Elder hasn't returned yet. We still haven't bought equipment." Suddenly, one person in the team angrily pointed and cursed loudly. "Damn it! I've never seen anyone as stupid as you. You don't know how to dodge the monster's attacks, and you don't know how to use skills. Tell me what else can you do?" Li Zi quickly spoke up to mediate. "Why are you so fierce?" She just looked like a newbie playing for the first time. Dying once is very normal. Even so, Zhu Cheng was still angry and continued, "Li Zi, you big plum, get out of the way. I have to scold this kind of person to death." Another teammate added, "Li Zi didn't just die once, we died 3 times in less than an hour." She handled the situation a bit, but quickly changed the subject. "Let me go with everyone. I just received these 2 items from the Dark Elder. Now I'm very strong, so I believe that with my participation, no one will die this time." Wang Mang, who had been silent, finally spoke up. "Stop talking. Just say 2 sentences." Li Zi's suggestion isn't bad. With her joining this time, it will definitely go smoothly. Who knows, we might run into that Dark Elder when we return. Xiao Yu shyly whispered, "I'm sorry, I will try my best." But in her mind, she was full of curses, blaming herself for being incompetent and blaming others. "If it weren't for you guys connecting with the Dark Elder, I wouldn't bother serving you. I'm so mad at this group of fools returning to the ruins earlier." Tan Feng, after a while of walking, found a large door. He slowly entered, and the eerie sounds grew clearer. Inside were monsters with bald heads. They were kneeling on the ground. They are loyal followers of the ancient gods, judged at level 10, silver rank. Tan Feng stared at them for a long time. Then he quickly used the shield Shadow Slash, rushing in to attack them. After the previous attack, their health only decreased by a small portion. You think about using a hidden attack from behind, yet their blood has only decreased by half. No wonder they are the level 12 silver boss with these loyal followers combined. Moreover, their health has surpassed that of the mysterious black magic boss. Suddenly, Shen Feng realizes something. The loyal followers kneel down in full reverence. You find their behavior puzzling. Why are they kneeling like that? Furthermore, they are facing me even though I am in a stealth state. Could it be? Is it because they can sense the divine artifact, the Eye of Judgment, on me, and that's why they are not attacking me? Shen Feng, still in stealth, suddenly speaks. "You know the way, right? Take me there." Upon hearing the voice, they jump up. In your mind, you have found the answer. It seems they have been corrupted and lost all their spirit. Now they have turned into beasts that only know how to rob and take lives from humans. Suddenly, 2 loyal followers become agitated, screaming as if they have found prey. In just a few short seconds, they went from being respectful to launching an attack. It turns out there is a group of people entering outside, and they see the danger and shout, "Be careful! A monster is coming. These are 2 silver bosses. We can barely handle one. And there are 2 of them. Run quickly." It turns out this is the group of Grey Rose. Seeing the danger, she casts a spell to disappear, and they leave. Only the remnants of longevity remain. Shen Feng approaches these people. They are the group of the girl who bought his bandage technique. I think her name is Grey Rose. Who would have thought they would also find this ruin? However, considering the current equipment level of the players, no one can delve deep into this ruin. You are no longer in stealth. You reveal yourself and approach the remnants of longevity, then say to these people, "Yet over 100 longevity points have dropped, which can be traded." Can't tell, but she is quite a little wealthy lady. After collecting everything, Shen Feng turns to evaluate and searches around. Yet this place has nothing at all. No traps, no treasures. Could it be that there are only these two small silver bosses? Finally, you decide not to overthink it anymore. Forget it. As soon as the words leave your mouth, Shen Feng quickly deals with the two. The information board quickly appears. You have killed the loyal follower of the ancient god, the Judged One. Silver level, you have received 4,000 experience points. Congratulations, you have leveled up to level 9. Congratulations, you have received 4 evolution points. You have received 188 longevity points that can be traded. Not stopping there, you quickly unleash the greedy hand skill, feeling the power emanating from it, making Shen Feng exclaim that this epic level greedy hand is indeed impressive. 32 evolution points, 1,504 longevity points that can be traded for golden level items plus 10 silver level items and even golden level equipment. Assassins can use it too. Just as you collect the pendant of progress, the information about it appears. Shen Feng retracts the item in hand and speaks. This pendant has quite decent properties. Cooldown speed of 20%. After wearing it, the cooldown time of the Shadow Step skill is reduced from 22.6 seconds to 19.2 seconds, and the cooldown time of the Poisonous Shuriken reduced from 4.3 seconds to 3.7 seconds, while the Shield Slash was shortened from 10.4 seconds to 8.8 seconds. In the future, Fam's abilities will become even more effective. All other equipment is above level 8 at this stage. No one can wear it except for me, so for now, I'll keep it. Later, the company might suddenly sell it. A circle behind shakes violently, resembling a hidden door. From there, a strange pillar rises up. Above it, there is a button to activate the mechanism. Upon seeing it, I realized it was indeed to clear the monsters in this area. The mechanism can only be activated by moving. Tanfong approaches the pillar. He thought that the hidden mechanism wouldn't wait for him to touch it. The button automatically pressed down, making a clicking sound, and suddenly the area where Tan Fong was standing began to tremble. The middle part moved down beneath him. He stood there wondering if this was an elevator. The large gap above was now gradually being sealed. By another door after a while, the elevator stopped. Tan Fong then spoke, "Finally, I've arrived." It felt like he had descended 300 to 400 meters. He looked around and exclaimed, "This is a hidden maze beneath the temple ruins. There is a certain probability of encountering a hidden maze." In his previous life, he had searched extensively within the maze, which had countless traps. But as long as there was someone to act as a shield, exploring was not dangerous at all. It just took a lot of time. With the current attributes, once those mechanisms are activated, it seems there will only be a dead end. But luckily, I just dropped this toy. He spoke while summoning the faithful follower. The information panel appeared, and he summoned a white silver-level faithful follower who emerged from the chain. Tanfong raised his hand, commanding it to move forward and scout the way. Having a subordinate to scout makes it more comfortable, but there is still a chance of encountering danger, so for safety, it's better to evolve and avoid being passive. The information panel appeared. While he was enhancing, he had consumed 11 evolution points, leaving 24 points. The Shadow Phantom skill was hazy at the white gold level, with an epic level passive skill gaining 15%. Until about 75%, the evasion rate activated. Evasion would make him immune to all damage. Tanfong ventured deeper while calculating that a 75% evasion rate was already very high. There were still a few points left, just enough to evolve the Shield Slash to epic level. The energy consumption notification appeared again, making him ponder. To evolve from epic to legendary level requires 10 times the points, so the higher the initial skill grade, the more economical his evolution points will be. For example, if a skill is originally epic, evolving to legendary would be the first evolution of that skill. The basic evolution points required would only be 1 evolution level for the target to be legendary, thus needing 10 times the points from 1 point multiplied by 10. That would be 10 points. In other words, if I obtain an epic level skill, I can quickly evolve to legendary, mythical, or even ancient and immortal levels. But if it's just a normal skill to evolve to epic, it must first evolve 7 times. By then, it would need several hundred points to increase it tenfold. However, there is an advantage. I can upgrade any skill at any level, evolving to epic level with very low costs. In other words, from now on, all my skills will reach at least epic level. Now with only 11 evolution points left, I can only evolve the initial potential skill. All my skills will reach at least epic level. Now only 11 evolution points remain, so I can only evolve the initial potential skill. With a cooldown speed of 35%, the final cooldown time of the potential shadow is 16.3 seconds. The cooldown time is still too long, and moreover, the attack power of the hidden strike is somewhat low. When returning, it must be renewed. While you were contemplating, the information board appeared again. The plans of man cannot compare to the plans of heaven. The energy consumption board appeared on the other side. The loyal follower unfortunately stepped on a trap. Finally breaking free from the chaotic thoughts, they looked up at the giant rock crushing the monster before them. You are not afraid. The summoned beast is already dead. Wait until the cooldown time is over, then summon a new one. This maze is complex and poses danger, so it can only be explored slowly like this. Hopefully something good can be found. On the upper floor of the temple, a quiet atmosphere enveloped the entire group of the Grey Rose team who had not yet left. They hid behind the door, peeking inside. After careful observation, one person turned to speak. The captain confirmed that the two monsters had truly disappeared. She was so surprised that she exclaimed, "What, our lifespan is no more? Someone must have killed the monster and taken our lifespan, but who could it be? Could it?" They had now ventured deep inside. The person who heard her question replied at this stage, "The only one who could kill 2 silver-level bosses so quickly. It must be the Dark Elder." The other person in the group, who had been silent until now, spoke up. "Has the Dark Elder really come here? Then the lifespan we lost must have been taken by that elder." "It seems to be the case, but it's also good. Otherwise, we would have to die again." The Grey Rose felt it made sense and contemplated when they first arrived here. "I saw a shadowy figure. It seemed he was communicating with the monster. Was that the darkness? What skills does he have to charm the boss like that? His strength is incredibly deep and unfathomable, truly terrifying." Returning to where the loyal follower was, they were pierced by several spears and screamed in agony. Looking at the trap rising from below, you made a judgment. After 3 hours of exploration, this place must be the end of the maze. Based on the experience from my previous life, if a pile of lives were used, it would likely cost 10 or even hundreds of lives. Tanfeng once again summoned another creature. The loyal follower went ahead while you followed behind on a rugged, winding path. On both sides were dark, deep abysses, and at the end of the path was a large door, tightly shut. Tanfeng ordered, "Go open the door!" No matter how hard the monster tried, the door did not budge. Seeing this, you thought to yourself, "Can't open it. How strange." Tanfeng approached the door. As your hand lightly touched it suddenly, the door slowly opened. Tanfeng quickly became alert and stepped back, tension clearly showing on their face. Behind the door was a wondrous space. With a yang surrounded by thorny vines, as you entered, you thought to yourself that the yang was covered in thorns and locked up, and there was also an NPC beside it. The information board appeared, but there was no data about this person. Everything was a mystery. Tanfeng looked at the person thinking that all the information was. "This is the first time I've encountered such a mysterious NPC." Suddenly, the NPC read a series of incomprehensible incantations. The incantation stopped just as the NPC began to fade away. You exclaimed in astonishment, "Is this disappearing?" The sharp thorns surrounding the yang also vanished, and the thorny vines gradually disappeared. Tanfeng felt a bit confused, but still made a judgment. "Although I don't see any information about the mysterious woman, I think it is related to the judgment eye of the treasure chest that emits a dazzling golden light, which means it can open the items of the execution level. But we still have to be careful. There is still a chance of encountering the monsters from the treasure chest or traps." You point forward and command to go open the treasure chest. The loyal follower steps forward to open the chest, and a blinding light radiates from within. Tanfeng exclaims in astonishment, "This is a skill book, a skill from the assassin class. It has both active and passive effects, huh?" As you recognize the item inside the information panels about it appear simultaneously. Blessing of Liberation Execution Skill, Assassin Class Passive Effect Target Weakness plus 100%. Attacks on weak points double the damage. The assassin skill can be used actively, and for your next attack to have the assassin effect, you must deal 100% physical damage per second. Lasting for 3 seconds cooldown time is 64.4 seconds. Tan Feng looks at the information and then speaks up. The passive effect directly doubles the judgment ability. On the weak points of the monsters, huh? Even this active skill. The assassin skill is even more exaggerated. After activating the skill, if your next attack deals 300 damage, the assassin effect activates. At that time, it will cause the enemy to suffer an additional 300 damage per second for the next 3 seconds, totaling 1,200 points of damage, directly tripling it. Although skills like Shadow Slash involve multiple slashes, the assassin skill is still counted as a single attack. Moreover, this is also an execution skill. I only need to spend 10 evolution points to evolve it to legendary level. This time is indeed a great harvest. My explosive ability has increased several times, all thanks to the blessing of Little Black. So I will sell all the remaining items to their group. Well, it's time to go back. After collecting the items, Tan Feng contacts Li Zi and Little Black, telling Wang to return to the small town. I sold the items to him, she quickly replied. Big guy, have you finished exploring the ruins? Then we will also return to the small town. Leaving the dark and quiet space, you return to the small town to find Li Zi's group, but the situation seems a bit off. Tan Feng helplessly speaks up. It turns out a group of people is surrounding you. They cover each other and speak. The darkness is coming. The darkness, brother. Can we be friends? Darkness, big guy, do you still lack followers? I'm called 666. Are you the darkness? I am the chairman of the Landing Corporation in Jianghai City, and I want to invite you to join our group, big guy. We come from Firefly Town. This is my sister. She is a big fan of yours. I have no other intentions. I just want the two of you to get to know each other a little. Big guy, we come from the Short Pants Town. Please take us with you. I will marry my wife to you, big guy. We come from Beach Van Dao Town. I, Tan Feng, don't care about the greetings and only pay attention to one thing. It seems that the gates leading to other towns have opened one after another. Now I can go to Firefly Town where the person named Song Fi is. You disappear without a word in front of all of them, causing the crowd to panic and shout, "He disappeared! Damn it! Who told you to cling to him? Aren't you the same? Your sister is so ugly," and still dares to introduce herself to the elder. You watch me beat you to death. Who's afraid of whom? Tan Feng concealed himself, escaping from the chaos, and appeared at the place of Li Tu. The little black girl looked over and saw a familiar face, then called out to the elder Li Tu, waving at someone in the distance. Captain, the elder has arrived. Tan Feng looked in the direction of the call and realized something. Among Wang Mang's group was Xiao Yu. He found it hard to understand and thought to himself, Xiao Yu, why did she join Wang Mang's group? I'm afraid those people will be severely harmed by her. Moreover, I need to be careful. The whole world knows about the existence of darkness, but I cannot reveal my true identity because I still cannot transfer my powers to reality, and now there are countless people targeting me. At this moment, even a knife could take my life. Xiao Yu saw Tan Feng and was very pleased, thinking to herself, is this the darkness? He looks really powerful. Compared to the others in Wang Mang's group, he is simply a rotten shrimp and a stinky fish. If he can help me level up, I might meet Brother Song Fei in just a few days. Shaking off the thoughts in his head, he approached to sell items. These equipment pieces, they are perfectly suited for your group's profession, and these basic skill books can also enhance everyone's combat effectiveness. In total, these are 2,200 days of lifespan. Wang Mang was confused upon hearing this number and said, so much. These are all golden and silver level. I can't afford them. Tan Feng quickly replied, it's fine, you can owe me. He continued in a sincere tone, thank you, you're helping us like this. I really don't know how to repay you. If you need us in the future, just say the word. We will do our best to help. One of the team members joyfully exclaimed, oh my gosh, the Elder of Darkness is really amazing. Can I really use golden equipment this early? Wang Mang no longer looked serious, but happily exclaimed, this is golden level skill. It's incredible. In just a moment, I've tripled my power. Moreover, the Elder even allows us to buy on credit. This shows he trusts us a lot. Suddenly, he realized something. His face filled with confusion. He spoke up. Why are there no items for the priest? I'm getting annoyed. I said if there aren't any, then there aren't. She follows us to earn experience points. That's already not bad. What else? Zhao Yu timidly walked over to Tan Feng and quietly asked, Hello, Elder. I am the priest of Wang Mang's team. May I ask if there are no priest items? At this moment, the information board also popped up. Player Xiao Yu has sent a friend request to you. She looked at him with hopeful eyes while Tan Feng displayed a cold expression, then suddenly disappeared without leaving a word. Xiao Yu exclaimed in confusion, Where did he go? Wang Mang saw this and comforted her. It seems this time the elder doesn't have any priest items. There will be some in the future. There will be in the future. Tu Cheng still looked as fierce as ever. I noticed that he didn't even care about her, and Li Zi also spoke up to reassure the Dark Elder in such a manner. Like a divine dragon, only the head is seen, but not the tail, so handsome. Tan Feng continued to hide and entered a shop, suddenly remembering that in his backpack there was still a golden level priest staff. Even a skill book for a golden level priest, but such a precious item. How could it be easily given to Xiao Yu? With my level up, there will be a large amount of unused equipment, and skill books later selling them would take a lot of time with the government backing Wang Mang. Just in time for these things. I can't let Xiao Yu affect my cooperation with the government. It seems I still need to quickly find a priest for Wang Mang's team to get rid of Xiao Yu. He immediately thought of a talented priest and had to quickly find Xiao Shui, who was one of the managers of the Godslayer Guild in his previous life and had a hidden profession in the priest system. The White Bird. God Priest always had a white bird that could assist in healing, increasing benefits. She was the only powerful priest I knew in my previous life. Just by herself, she defeated a level boss, and compared to my super strong teammate, Xiao Yu was basically a useless person. That's right, I remember Xiao Shui. Bazai. Just like Tong Fei being in the Firefly Town, I could meet Xiao Shui and bring her back to Wang Mang's team. Finally, Tan Feng arrived at the teleportation gate. At the same time, the information board appeared indicating the destination was the Firefly Town. The teleportation gate quickly transported people to this location, which had a somewhat quiet scenery. He could even hear the wind whistling above his head. After passing a section, he heard a few strangers talking to each other and quickly turned back. The boss-level White Silver had less than half health left. Don't let it benefit, or else it would be a waste to die. Just let that bastard Tong Fei drag along so many girls. Who would want to compete with him anyway? I really don't understand. It's just a small star. Why are there so many brainless fans? I am amazed. Today you must kill that white-faced guy. Tan Feng achieved his goal and thought to himself so quickly found the whereabouts of Tong Fei. After walking for a while, he reached a desolate area. Tan Feng looked around and observed that this was the level 5 area of the bloodthirsty mountain valley, where the monsters were fire and illusion types. The deeper he went, the more chaotic the sounds became. Rush in, dare to hit me. Go die. Quickly run away. The players were trying to deal with the illusion fire. He hid in a corner to watch the battle. The fire type was a level white-silver boss, but the scene was somewhat chaotic. There were quite a few players killing each other. Suddenly, in front of Tan Feng, appeared a group of strangers who approached to block other players. None other than Tong Fei's group, the players from earlier, upon seeing their enemy rushed in and shouted, "You bastard Tong Fei, last time you ambushed me and took my lifespan. Now I have to kill you. Do you think you will be safe hiding behind the female mage? I have a specialized skill to counter mages called Illusion Hound. You will die before you even get close." Then one of the fanatics in the group acted first. Don't even think about hurting brother Tong Fei. The other players were confused and exclaimed, "What?" Tan Feng was still hiding in the previous spot watching the show while recalling what happened in his previous life. Tong Fei was known as the rebellious mage god. The mage profession in his previous life had convinced a group of his fans to choose the mage profession, giving him all their equipment and skills, and quickly rose to power. However, having only one mage in the team was not enough, so his fangirls came up with a solution. Some turned all their divine points into glass cannon mages. Some allocated all their attributes to agility to become disruptive mages, while others allocated all their attributes to physical strength to become meat shield mages, he thought while imagining the aggressive fanatics. Hey, take a hit from me, and there are those who add all attributes to their strength, becoming battle mages who use staves to strike people. In the early stages, his team is very strong, stealing the lifespan of players everywhere, and no one can resist it. But of course, as the game progresses, these female fans will quickly die off, and Tong Fi will dramatically express his sorrow, saying, "Oh girls, you work so hard. My heart aches. I hope the boss dies quickly so everyone can rest. I hope this world will be filled with love instead of violence." His words seem to inspire the fans. The fanatical Tong Fi Mew Mew stands up full of determination, shouting, "It's not hard at all, Fi Gay, you are the one who is working the hardest. You are trying so hard. We shouldn't have to endure all of this. Sisters, let's rush in and kill this filthy thing. We can't let it hurt our brother." The crazy fans shouted loudly, "Monster Tong Fi is the king. From now on, it's only Tong Fi. Brother, take your time to fly up. We will always follow you." While those people hadn't even had a chance to act, the monster advanced to attack Tong Fi, and someone quickly charged in for a headbutt. "Protect him so he won't get hurt." Tong Fi, heartbroken, knelt down and said, "Oh no, that person is gradually fading away," tears welling up as he spoke. "Fi Gay has always been like this crazy for you." Tong Fi Mew Mew shouted from the side, "Come on, sisters! Just kill this ugly monster. Then Fi Gay can rush to the top position on the leaderboard. We must surpass that dark guy." The fans heard this. They all shouted in unison, "Break the heavens!" Din Feng Van swore to stand by Fi Gay. They continuously attacked the monster. Tong Fi was protected by the crazy fan standing behind, thinking to himself, "Finally, it's about to die. The silver boss is so hard to kill. So how can one person play the golden boss? That dark guy must have some tricks up his sleeve. I have so many people helping, and yet I'm only at level 7. That dark dog. What does he rely on to level up so quickly? If I can kill this silver boss, I can level up to 8. That dark guy has been stuck at level 9 for so long. Then I can surpass him in one go and become the #1 player, a god in the game." While feeling pleased, a hand suddenly appeared, gripping his face tightly. As quick as a gust of wind, Tong Fi's head was severed before he even realized it. Tan Fong used the shadow shield technique, gripping so tightly that Tong's head. Tong continuously spewed out dark blood, horrifying. The process happened so fast that the crazy fans couldn't react. When they realized the situation, they could only gasp, "Brother!" As soon as the words ended, Tan Fong had already dealt with them. The notification board, which seemed to have been waiting for a long time, quickly appeared. "You have killed the Fire Elemental Part 2 and received 1,500 experience points. You have killed the player. The God Mage, you have killed the player Tong Fi Mew Mew. You have killed the player Fi Forever Following Brother. You have killed the player Xiao Fi Uoa. You have killed him like a lightning bolt, continuously attacking the monster." The damage stats kept appearing without end, leaving the surrounding players in shock, mouths agape. They took turns exclaiming, "What directly killing the boss?" A skill that deals thousands of damage like this is quite powerful. One of my skills has damage slightly over 100 points, yet people can reach thousands, which is 10 times what we have. Even more impressive is the direct area attack that killed Song Fi and his fan group. Who is this assassin? Could it be the Dark One? This must be the Dark Elder, the first one to kill the Golden Boss. If not, then who could be as formidable as this? Everyone step back to let the loot from this boss go to the Dark Elder. The Dark Elder killing the criminal group of Song Fi has already helped us. That's right, no doubt about it. Dark Elder is the best. Go for it. Dark Elder, I love you. Don't look anymore. Let's go. Tan Feng saw the attitude of the people around and thought to himself that these people were afraid he would take action against them. If it were him in his previous life, he would have been attacked long ago. The group attacked and left the Firefly town. The scene shifted to a bustling town, and a notification appeared right where Song Fi had just respawned. You have been killed by the Dark One. You have lost 1,106 days of lifespan that can be traded. You have lost 18 years and 113 days of lifespan that cannot be traded. He couldn't believe his eyes and muttered to himself, "Am I dead? Have I been killed by the Dark One? Why did he come to our Firefly town? There are hundreds of primitive towns in Jianghai City. Why did he come here to steal our boss?" After a while, the fanatics gradually revived. Confused, they spoke up. "Am I dead? How could this happen? Brother, how could you die?" The Dark One did this, but why did the Dark One kill you and us? He must want to steal the Silver Boss, that wicked guy. While brother wasn't paying attention, let's ambush that shameless shrimp head. Just then, from somewhere, Meow Meow timidly approached and spoke up, Song Fi. Brother, can you let me join your team? I'm a marksman with a skill called Eagle Eye that can detect invisibility. Little Fi Meow quickly said, Get out of the way! Get out of the way, Song Fi brother already said. We only need a mage. Where are you looking? Another person also came to investigate. Your monster-killing performance is too low. It will affect brother's ranking. After a moment of silence, Song Fi finally spoke. Don't say that, everyone. I still believe that love can cover everything. I have felt your intense feelings, so even if you are a marksman, it's okay. Come here and join us. Meow Meow was so moved that she shed tears, stuttering, Brother, I love you. This scene gave other girls motivation to boldly approach. Brother, I'm an assassin too. I can also go invisible and make others taste their own medicine. I have learned area control skills. I can help you freeze him. He spread his arms wide and said, Everyone, we are one big family that loves each other. Anyone who wants to join is welcome. Come here. We will forever unite in spirit. The words just spoken made the crazy fans excitedly shout, So warm, let's follow Brother Tong, never regret the dark guy. He only knows to rely on himself as an assassin, sneaking up without martial virtue, daring to touch my brother. He must pay the price. That's right, that's right. Wait until we control that dark guy. Then we will let my brother kill him, so he knows the consequence of provoking our brother. Revenge must be to beat the dark guy to death. Revenge for my brother. Revenge because of my brother. Revenge for Fika. Kill that dark dog. Those outside seeing the commotion also spoke up. What's going on? What does this little star want to do? The person standing next to him, seeing the other person confused, explained, You still don't know. Just now this guy was killed by someone from outside. Really, this person replied, But my sister is protecting him like this. How could he be killed by someone? This person spoke again. The opponent is that dark guy. What do you think, is this person satisfied? Exclaimed, The dark guy is of a high level. Does he really dare to provoke these people? I think the brains of these girls are not normal at all. Tong Fi looked at the increasing number of members in his group, feeling satisfied, thinking it's very good to have so many witnesses. When I kill that dark guy, everyone will know that even if you are strong, being alone is useless, especially against an assassin. A little assassin cannot compare to a noble mage. Like me, right? On this side, Tan Fong still had no idea what was happening. Using his greedy hands to collect lifespans, the information board quickly appeared. You have received 16 evolution points. 217 days of lifespan can trade for 6 white silver loot and 11 golden loot. Seeing the evolution points were many, he immediately enhanced himself. Evolution skill, Liberation Blessing. The information board appeared again. You have consumed 10 evolution points, remaining 9 points, Liberation Blessing at epic level, legendary level. Passive effect, adjust attack on weak points, adding 100% to 200% hit rate on weak points, doubling the active use, causing the next attack to have a cutting effect. Every second deals 100% to 150% damage of the attack, maintained for 3 seconds cooldown time, 32 seconds, 12.2 seconds to 20 seconds, 58.5 seconds. He looked at the information before him and calculated. The ability to target weak points has increased from 100% to 200%. This is equivalent to hitting the target's weak point. Doubled right. Weak point. Before evolution, weak point after evolution. If exaggerated a bit more, then half of the enemy's body would be considered a weak point. Right, I fear at that time my shield will be able to absorb that weak point damage. And the damage of the cutting effect has just increased, and the cooldown time has also decreased from 30 seconds to 25 seconds. It feels like I can really understand. Killing a golden boss with the original epic skill, only having no evolution points, can evolve to legendary level, but to go from legendary level to mythical level, it requires consuming evolution points much more than 100 times. From legendary to mythical requires 200 points according to this rule. The greedy hand at the epic level needs 210 points to evolve, and when reaching legendary level, it requires 3,400 points. Why do I still have 9 evolution points now? With these 9 points, what can I do? Well then, let's evolve and enhance the attack from behind. What to do with these 9 points? Well, let's evolve the attack enhancement from behind. Just as he finished speaking, the information board continued to display. Tan Fong stared at the board and continued, Boss Bok Ngun, along with a group of players. Help me earn over 1,400 days of lifespan trade it well back to the city. Before he could close the information board, a person approached from behind, swiftly swinging a knife at him while shouting, Die, you shadow! The blade was right in front of him, only a short distance away, but it seemed to be controlled, sliding away from Tan Fong instead of towards him. The girl, not understanding what had just happened, questioned why that was. She fell to the ground, realizing she couldn't continue fighting, then executed a damn stealth move above the cliff where a group of fanatics of Tong Fi were holding torches shouting in unison, Die, you bastard of the shadows, you've been surrounded by us. One person full of spirit shouted loudly, We are here to avenge Tong Fi. Tan Fong quickly countered, looking for a cat-like figure, saying loudly while drawing his bow, It's useless. We can detect your stealth. As each arrow flew high into the sky, she noticed someone using stealth and shouted, Good, you've been revealed. Little Phi Mew Mew boldly declared, Sisters, use your strongest skills to smash it. Fan Fi, the grass won't grow. The girl who had the knife earlier looked at the incoming attacks. She quickly shouted, Wait, it's me! But it was too late. The attacks came in unison, creating a massive explosion, smoke rising thickly, obscuring everything. Little Phi Mew Mew, despite seeing this, still spoke boldly. No, it's fine. After all, she's not a mage, proving she doesn't really like Phi Fi. This is the punishment she has to endure. Quickly release the eagle and find the shadow. Mao Fi Bao, hearing the command, complied. Understood. Suddenly, a chilling bell rang out from somewhere, filling the air. The information board quickly appeared. Ding, canceling the special fire item. The Horror Master actively uses the fire cancellation to neutralize all enemies within 100 meters. In 3 seconds, cooldown 521 seconds. Before the fanatics could act, they were rendered immobile. Mao Fi Bao spoke in confusion. I can't move. Suddenly, they were pulled back, all of them gaping in astonishment, as Tan Fong charged out from nowhere using the shadow shield technique, swiftly handling the group of fanatics. Still in stealth mode, he approached Tong Fi, who was hiding, peering in with confusion. What just happened? Why did they all suddenly drop dead? Could it be the shadow's doing? No way. If he acted, he should have appeared right. Tan Fong pressed his face against his side, slowly exiting stealth mode, coldly stating, Tong Fi, you're dead. He was startled and quickly executed a damn magical shield, but it was useless. In less than a second, it shattered. Tan Fong dealt with Tong Fi so quickly that his eyes barely had time to close. The person had already fallen to the ground, blood everywhere splattering. He vanished, leaving only traces of lifespan. Tan Fong saw this and scoffed. Not a small amount of lifespan on you, huh? Looks like this guy still has over 2,000 days of lifespan that can be traded. But why do the female fans here have no lifespan that can be traded? Could it be that they gave all their lifespan to Tong Fi? It's been so long. Turns out they still think this divine game is just another game. Brain-dead fans are indeed frightening. It's a pity these lifespans can't be traded. Adding it all up, it reaches hundreds of years. It can only be used to exploit the funeral of the surroundings. Back to the noisy scene of the small town after being resurrected, I turned around and angrily questioned my damn 2,000 days of lifespan that could be traded. Now there's only 500 left. That damn shadow, aren't you using your scouting skills? Why can't I find him? The cat, feeling wronged, replied that I have used my skills already. But I only found 2 sisters, the assassins, with little Mew Mew on one side, also spoke up. I see the stealth level in my attribute table. Could it be that Shadow's cloaking technique? It should be a higher level, right? Oh, right. I also have the eagle eye skill here. The anti-stealth level is level 1, so I can only see level 1 stealth targets. If the opponent is level 2 or higher, I won't be able to see him. Hearing that, Tong Fi felt annoyed and continued, that damn shadow comes and goes, without leaving a trace. How can I defend myself? After cursing for a while, he felt scared of being logged out. But I haven't offended him, boss. Then I would be robbed. Surely he won't come to kill me anymore, right? No way. What if he is jealous of my stunning beauty and wants to come kill me? The group of Fan, hearing Tong Fi's self-adoration, passionately said loudly for everyone's safety, "Let's go to another place to level up. Fi Fi, wherever you swear to go, I will go there." Not long after, at the small town of Fireflies, Tan Fong stealthily searched around, looking back and forth, then confusedly spoke up. "Strange, where did Tong Fi go? Did they go to another town, or are they offline?" At this moment, he revealed his true form and asked a passerby, "Do you know where Tong Fi went?" The person suddenly being asked was startled and exclaimed, "You scared me to death. The great shadow, they went that way. You should go kill him. But I have one request after you kill Tong Fi. Can you spare my girlfriend? Her name is Mao Fi Bao, a female hunter." Tan Fong coldly replied, "I advise you to change your girlfriend." At this moment, he thought to himself, his girlfriend seems to be the hunter who discovered the stealth rite. The person continued to plead, "Great Shadow, please, I worked hard to find my girlfriend." Before he could finish his words, Tan Fong had already disappeared. Tan Fong stealthily followed the direction indicated, thinking to himself, "Although I know the direction they left, I don't know their destination. Searching for them, well, it will take a lot of time. If only I could find Ituit, that would be great." The boyfriend behind still tried to add, "Please, Great Shadow." Tan Fong was walking when a shadow flashed by, and he immediately thought of the girl. A name popped into his head, Ituit. Tan Fong quickly chased after her, calling out, "Beautiful lady, please help me." Ituit heard someone calling and asked back, "Are you the shadow?" He didn't answer the question, but quickly conjured a staff and said directly, "I heard your profession can search for targets over a large area. Isn't that right? Find the location of Tong Fi for me, and I will sell you this golden staff. At a low price, consider it a reward for you." Ituit's eyes lit up when she saw it. While trading with him, she asked, "But how did you know I can search over a large area? Where could it be? I haven't told anyone." Tan Fong quickly countered, "Don't worry about that. Do you want this golden grade weapon or not?" Ituit, now dazzled by the item, quickly replied, "I want it, but I can't afford it." Before she could finish, Tan Fong interjected, 500 days. That's not enough. Its original price is at least 700 days. She seemed to remember something and said, "Oh, I happen to have some." Without hesitating another moment, he immediately completed the transaction, and the information board appeared, indicating a successful trade. Ituit held the staff in her hand, smiling foolishly. The golden grade staff made Tan Fong lightly tap her forehead, pulling her back to reality as he helplessly said, "Come on, let's get to work." Ituit was casting a spell while thinking. Although this was the first time she met this shadow, it gave her a familiar feeling deep down. But outwardly she joked, "Aren't you afraid I'll take the item and leave without helping you?" Tan Fong didn't understand her meaning and replied frankly, "What do you mean? Aren't you the one who hates Tong Fi?" Ituit was surprised and asked back, "You know I hate Tong Fi. Are you a friend of mine in real life? But your voice doesn't sound quite right." Hearing this, he ambiguously replied, "Guess." Ituit joined in, "I'm too lazy to guess." Then turned to Baidu, "Let's fly up high." She no longer had a teasing demeanor, only a serious expression. Baidu spread its wings, flying out of the crowded residential area and heading straight towards the towering Red Rock Mountains. In a small corner far away was a crowd of people. After a moment of silence, Yi Tuyet spoke up. "I found Tong Fi." She provided the current location. Coordinates 3.8669.527, but I can't guarantee they won't move before you get there. They might have already left. Tan Fong anxiously said, "Add me as a friend. You keep an eye on them and let me know their new location whenever possible." Ituyet hesitated a bit and asked, "How long will it take if it takes too long?" Before she could finish, he interrupted, "Just a moment." Tan Fong swiftly moved forward and suddenly realized something. He stopped and hid behind a large tree. Tuyet, watching from afar, found it strange and asked, "Why did you stop?" Tan Fong silently looked at the markings on the tree. Then he spoke, "Look around to see if there are any large trees like this nearby." She immediately replied, "All right, wait a moment, Elder. There is a tree 100 meters ahead and another tree 100 meters to the left. Raise one hand and lightly touch the mark on the tree trunk." Ituet couldn't hold back, curiously asking what kind of mark this was, but all she received in response was a vague answer. She guessed that Tan Fong had just finished speaking when suddenly a triangular connection formed among the three trees. Right in the middle was a pillar of light. Wai Tuyet observed the strange object from afar, immediately shouted to Doong, "Look closely at that Doong before you speak. I never expected to encounter the blessings of ancient gods in Tun Thu village. The atmosphere isn't bad, huh?" And it even opened up a Doong. The blessings of the ancient gods can appear anywhere on the land abandoned by the gods. Basically, there will be some strange symbols in a certain area, and when all are activated, the blessings will be unlocked. Some will summon boss monsters. Some will summon a group of minor monsters, and there are also treasure doongs, and even some unique rewards. Wai Tuyet from a distance praised it without holding back. The Elder is truly impressive. This treasure doong must contain at least 1,000 days of lifespan. Right, then that means thousands of 10,000 yuan, right? Tan Fong heard her whisper and thought that this girl's estimation was quite accurate in his previous life at this moment. The trading ratio for lifespan that could be traded in the outside world was 1 in 10,000, and just on the first day to the second day, this ratio had already risen to more than 1 in 50,000. Ai Tut observed the situation through the white bird. The Elder had only used his finger to glide over those symbols. I must quickly record this down. With my accuracy later on, who knows, I might find many more things. Tan Fong approached to open the doong, and the information panel immediately appeared. You have opened the treasure doong of Phi Tui. You have received the skill book of Phi Tui Blooming Curse. He was surprised by the skill in front of him. What kind of skill is Blooming Curse? The information panel seemed to understand his confusion and explained. Blooming Curse level Phi Tui. This skill can be used on the player's body. Within 15 seconds after death, cursed flowers will bloom on the body of the enemy. And the cursed flowers will continue to absorb the lifespan that can be traded from the target without any cooldown. Tan Fong, after receiving the information, thought to himself, "This is the metamorphic skill I heard about in my previous life, so the name of this skill is Blooming Curse. It sounds quite fitting." He decided to learn it right away. Then continued his previous train of thought with this skill. Every time I kill a player, I just need to protect the body of the enemy, and the cursed flowers will absorb all the lifespan that can be traded from the opponent. And what about the good days of Tong Fi coming? This time, I will kill you until you go offline. Then I will quickly reach level 10 and extract that ability into the real world, and I will completely kill you in the real world. Transitioning to another place, a wolf was howling in pain. After a while of struggling, it finally succumbed to the attacks from Tong Fi's group. He was pleased thinking he had run far enough. The darkness probably won't chase me anymore, right? You stole a level white silver boss from me and killed me twice. That's enough. I probably don't need to chase after me all the way here, right? Wait until I reach a higher level, then I will come to settle the score with the darkness. You, Tu Fi Mew Mew suddenly called out loudly. Hey, look over there! Someone is fighting a boss! Tong Fi recognized those familiar friends at a glance. They seemed to be fans of Engu Jaiki. Hearing that name made her furious. What? Those fans are like poking a sore spot, she shouted angrily. It's those disgusting fans of Engu Jaiki who just want to help Engu Jaiki rank first. Let's reach the top rank. Little Mew Mew leads the sisters. Let's go kill them. We can't let these bastards affect our brother's ranking. The group of people still thought someone was coming to help, so they quickly shouted, Great, a helper is here! Hello everyone, the boss is almost out of health. Let's defeat it together. Suddenly, a stick flew straight and hit the face of the person who just spoke. Little Mew Mew was so furious that her face darkened as she slammed the stick down on the ground. One person in the team panicked and shouted, Ah Long! Misa next to him couldn't contain her anger. What are you doing? Are you crazy? Little Mew Mew leading the charge declared, This is the end for the fans of Niu Jaichi. Hearing the strange name, she was confused. Niu Jaichi, what are you talking about? I basically didn't understand. Just as Misa finished speaking, she was suddenly pierced by 2 arrows at the same time through her left eye and mouth, blood gushing out. Her teammates screamed in panic. Misa the cat fiercely declared, With golden wings I will soar far and clear the Neo Alliance, sweeping away the vast universe and dominating the heart like a solitary island until old age. All for him, the crazy fans couldn't distinguish between players and monsters. They frantically destroyed everything in sight, leaving only traces of their lifespan. Tong Fi saw this and felt grateful. Oh my god, thank you, my loves. I almost fell victim to the fans of New Gi. I didn't expect them to be so insidious and cruel. The fans were also moved and collectively said, "You don't need to thank us, we follow you wholeheartedly." The crowd below chattered away, unaware of the figure watching from the cliff above. Someone had been watching their every move. Tan Fong looked down with a murderous gaze and quickly vanished from this side, leaving the fans unaware of what they had seen. Everyone turned pale, shouting. Brother Phi Tong Fi seemed to see something similar. A cold voice echoed, "You're dead." Just as the words ended, a sharp cut. It lightly grazed Tong Fi's head, severing it from his body. The fans cried out in pain, "Brother!" But Tan Fong did not stop there. In a stealth state, he approached the headless body of Tong Fi, slowly executing a spell. Suddenly, a blood-red flower sprouted from his neck. The people around gasped, "What is this?" After the recent slash, Tong Fi was finally revived in the small town. He angrily shouted, "This darkness, are you sick? Why do you keep targeting me? Is it because I have many younger sisters, or are you jealous of me? Damn it, this must be because of me. Could it be that the woman he likes is a fan of mine? Then what does her mouth have to do with me?" While he was fuming, the information panel suddenly appeared, showing his lifespan could be traded continuously, shortening 400, 393, 387. Tong Fi didn't understand what was happening. Why is my lifespan not even 400 days left? Moreover, it keeps shortening. What is going on? Is there a punishment for dying too much? The crazy fans were also revived. Seeing him, they anxiously said, "Brother, brother, it's not good." That dark figure unleashed a skill on your corpse. A bunch of blood-red flowers appeared, seemingly sucking something from you. Tong Fi heard this and reacted. He could only utter a few words. "What flowers are blooming on my corpse? What's going on?" "Those flowers are sucking your lifespan." The information panel continued to slowly reveal numbers 300, 134, 330. He finally understood Tan Fong's intentions, that damn dark figure. "So sinister you want my life, huh? If I go offline again and get killed, my lifespan will be gone." Tong Fi suddenly shouted, "Everyone, let's go offline first. I'm going back to reality. Buy some lifespan and trade it for equipment. By then we will be fully armed and strengthen our combat power to fight him." The fans felt empowered and responded loudly. "Fly anywhere." His heart desired, he angrily thought in his mind, "Darkness, just wait. This isn't over. I won't easily let go of the 2.5 years of training that led to today's achievements. I don't believe I can't kill you with money." In a certain place, the red spider lilies bloomed brightly, coloring a corner of the sky. At this moment, Tan Feng had finished dealing with the group of Fan and the Tong Fi, the red spider lilies fiercely sprouting from their bodies. The information board had appeared at some point, indicating that the player had killed too many others, so the current murderer on level 4 would lose 96,875% of their current lifespan upon death. Tan Feng didn't pay attention to the information board and remarked, "Another 1,000 days of lifespan gone." The monsters that Tong Fi and his group killed were indeed not few. But now the absorption seemed to have stopped, as it appeared that Tong Fi and his group had gone offline. The white bird had always been observing from above. Until now, Ai Tuyet was watching the situation from afar, amazed at the power of the top-ranked darkness. So terrifying. Tan Feng suddenly called out to Tiu Tuit, asking if Tong Fi had gone offline. She quickly responded, "Yes, that's right. He and his fans have all gone offline." You don't seem surprised, quickly saying, "Just be cautious from now on. Once he goes offline, immediately inform me." Wei Tuyet hurriedly replied, "Yes, sir." "So can I leave now?" Tan Feng didn't let her go yet and called out, "Wait, I still have the golden level holy sword skill from the priest system. Do you want it?" Itut immediately responded, "I want it. I want it." He replied succinctly, "Wait for me in the small town." She excitedly agreed, "Yes." After a while, Tan Feng returned to the small town. When he met Wei Tiet, he took out the item and said, "This skill book is worth 500 days of lifespan, but if you agree to one thing, I can sell it to you for half price." She, hearing this, put her hand up defensively and said, "What? Sir, I'm not selling my body." He helplessly replied, "What are you thinking? I said agree to let me join a team to be their long-term healer." Wei Tuet quickly became serious and replied, "All right. However, If they are too useless, I will have to report to the Sir. Tanfeng assured her, they aren't that bad, their strength is decent. Now I will contact them. Leaving the small town, the scene shifted to a place where it was pouring rain and a monster was being defeated. Vung Man had just executed a decisive blow. The whole team cheered. Good, we finally killed it. He turned around and urgently called out, Quick to-do, hurry and detoxify me. She, hearing her name, awkwardly asked, Detoxify how? Vung Man, growing more anxious, continued, Right, the priest has detoxification skills. Hurry, I can't hold on much longer. After a while of fumbling, to-do finally managed to do it. She said, Right, this skill, look at me. She raised her staff and aimed to cast the purification spell, but it hit the tree instead of Vung Man, who was struggling beside her from the previous attack. This caused Li Tu to panic, turning pale while he was in an increasingly critical situation. To-do shyly spoke up. I'm sorry I cast it wrong. As soon as she finished speaking, Vung Man collapsed to the ground. One teammate saw this and shouted loudly, Captain! After that, the whole team returned to the small town, and Vung Man's face darkened as he thought, I must definitely replace this girl. But now, where can I find a hidden profession like a nurturing mother? The skilled ones have already joined other teams. The little wanderer seems quite relaxed, scrolling through the information board while thinking that this isn't too difficult. After all, it's not like reaching level 4 is a breeze. Great, just keep it up, and soon we might meet Brother Song Fei. Tan Feng, as if reading someone else's thoughts, sent a message to Wang Mang. I have a hidden profession, a white-feathered divine guardian with decent strength. Does your team need one? You sound like you've struck gold, quickly replied the big brother. If you say the strength is decent, then it must be good. Since you've offered, then of course there's no problem. Just point out the location. She's at Qinhua Town where there are fewer monster hunters. You guys can come directly here. The whole team should level up together. Wang Mang happily replied, No problem. We'll head over right away. There are really too many players in Shell Town. We were thinking of changing places to level up. After saying that, he walked over to talk to her, looking a bit awkward. Ahem, this little wanderer. Right now, there are too many people in Shell Town. We want to switch to a higher level place to level up. Your current level is quite dangerous, so we won't take you with us anymore. She tried to hold them back, but I still feel like I can manage. Not giving the little wanderer a chance to finish, Wang Mang's team rushed towards the teleport gate, but didn't forget to shout back, No way. There's no time left. Hurry up, little wanderer. Take care. She angrily cursed under her breath. Those dogs want to kick me out, then just say it directly instead of finding excuses. Just when I had enough of those people. I need to find a dark elder to guide me. After a while, Wang Mang's team finally spotted Tan Feng, who waved from afar and called out loudly. Suddenly, the information board appeared. You have achieved 800 days of lifespan. Wang Mang began to introduce. This is the lifespan of the equipment I bought last time. I still owe you 500 days. Our team leader, Anne, will come to give it to you later. Lifespan in this game is really hard to come by. Hearing this name, he thought to himself, the team leader, Anne, isn't Anne Yu, is he? That's what was on his mind. But out loud, he introduced the other party. This is Yi Shui, and his name is Wang Mang. You two can get to know each other a bit. Suddenly, a voice rang out from somewhere. Wang Mang, I'm here. A player named Justice Enforcer approached them from a distance. Tan Feng saw him and was sure in his mind that it really was An Yu. Game alias Justice Enforcer Hidden Profession. The only dragon swordsman, a high-level powerhouse top 20 in the world from the previous life, was one of the pillars of the state. Daha. She is the nightmare of countless foreign enemy forces. She approached and shook hands with the Dark Elder, very pleased to meet him. My name is An Vu. I admire you a lot. He politely replied, Hello. While greeting her, he secretly thought this was the first time he had met a powerful player in the game who had a higher rank than him in his previous life. An Vu did not beat around the bush and directly asked the Dark Elder, Your rate of development is too fast. Do you have any secrets? I used to joke about whether you were a time traveler, or perhaps someone who has been reincarnated. Tan Feng remained silent and did not respond, only silently calculating. As far as he remembered in his previous life, this woman was not on the same team as Vuong Man. It seemed that An Vu had represented the officials of Zhanghai City. She must have bought a lot of lifespan that could be traded. The dragon swordsman has a very strong survival ability. The lifespan placed on her must make the government very reassured. Anvu undeterred spoke up, "Dark Elder, if you have any equipment, please sell it to us. We will buy anything besides the lifespan of the officials from Jianghai City. We all have it on us. The Dark Elder surely won't kill me, right?" Tanfeng finally spoke up. "No, I'm not that close. We need to cooperate to achieve victory together." Hearing his answer, she happily replied, "I knew right away that the Dark Elder is a smart person." Tanfeng listened to the music and immediately guessed that every word was probing him. Indeed, as rumored in his previous life, Anvu appeared naive on the outside. But in reality, she was extremely cunning and ruthless. She was the liaison between the officials of the Great Jia and him, helping him save a considerable amount of effort. Escaping from the game world, the scenery outside returned to the modern world. A player named 5VinVien exclaimed into the phone, "Oh my god! Have you sisters seen the official announcement from the government yet? The lifespan in the game Divine Use is real. If we don't return, then we will die in the real world." Player Mio5 shouted, "What is this? Isn't it just a game?" "What? I have given all my tradable lifespan to you, Tongfi." Player 2Fi cried out, tears in her eyes. "I only have a few days of lifespan left." One player confused shouted, "No way. You can die 3 times. How can you lose that much?" 2Fi quickly replied, "I have killed quite a few other players.